All right. Hey, good evening, YouTube. Going to be a Friday night chat here. Just got all fired up and got to thinking I'd just do a chat. Just do an old school, see who shows up and see if we can fill up the panel chat. Links are out. Not that anybody's dropped in yet, it doesn't look like. But links are out. I pretty much try to cover the gamut, so we're going to try to fill up this panel tonight and see what's going on.
I haven't been getting
Tony's
enough. What's going on with you?
Up? Man, that was quick. Broseph, what's going on?
What's up?
Man, it's Friday night. You know how it is. You at work?
Yeah.
Oh,
man. I just popped on. I looked at my email. I was like, oh, I just had to say hi.
Hey, I'm talking to you, Joseph.
What are you fucking saying to me, dude?
All right.
Russell over here.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, cheers. Then I'll have a beer for you since you can't.
I'll have one. I get off at 11. I'll have one.
Right on.
Got me some.
With us.
What? I'll check back with y'all. Who's all there?
It's just me right now. There's people in the side chat. I don't know who's with us yet. I literally just started like right when you checked in, so.
Oh, really?
I haven't even got a roll call or nothing.
Sweet. All right, I'll come back at 11.
Right on.
Later, brother.
Later on. So we have Broseph with us, checking in. Right on. Live from the work duty station. Still here. Hit the X. Quasar's out in the side chat. What's going on, Quasar? LS, Hayens. Is that like yins or yuns? You're a little too far south to be saying yins. Quasar, you got a link if you want to pop in. You can just discuss your Trump worship and how you bow at the feet of Trump. So I imagine everybody's been watching the debacle this week. It's been pretty much the hot topic. I've avoided it in my morning chats because there's definitely better stuff to pay attention to. Did everybody see that tsunami that hit Indonesia today? We caught that video this morning, but I haven't seen any other video pop out on the radar from that. But the tsunami looked pretty significant. They said it was a 3-meter one in the final report, in the latest report I saw at least. Hey, it's Crazy Scotsman. What's going on? What's going on in those neck of the woods? Good evening. It's after midnight. You guys should be asleep, shouldn't you, Scotsman? I'm trying to keep this to a West Coast chat, Scotsman. We figured to keep you guys out of here by going late, but I guess you're welcome just the same. Did I ever... see if I can... get the link out that way. I didn't even cover that. I hit so many up in the first time. Yeah, LS, I agree. It's a distraction faux show. I mean, when you have somebody that says 35 years ago this happened, but I just remembered and I now want to bring it to everybody's attention. And then the other guy goes, well, I've got a calendar from 35 years ago. I mean, is any of that credible? Who keeps a calendar for 35 years? You got to be joking me. And there's so many other things about this whole thing. It just stink. And everybody's fully bought in. Everybody's fully entrenched in their side. It's just pathetic. Nah, it's all good, LS. I'm just joking. These late night chats usually don't get many people from the east of the Mississippi, except for Saints. Saints doesn't sleep, I don't think. Well, of course, there's Jim Long and Walter Davis. So never mind. You're in good company. All right, Scotsman, laying in bed. You can just hang out. We'll put you to sleep, or that will get you so fired up you'll want to wake. You'll be awake. Depending on who gets in here. If Quasar get in here and spout his Trump worship, we might. They get you fired up pretty quick. But was the I don't know, the last 2 days, that whole thing, I've got just enough of it to shake my head and laugh at all the memes that are coming out. The memes have been more entertaining than probably anything. The Dana Carvey meme. That was pretty good. And whatnot. Best to keep a good sense of humor about the whole thing. Hey, Mule, you got a link there if you want to jump in, zombie.
Dad, what did you want?
All right. Just quick diversion there. LS, you'll be 100% shocked if Kavanaugh or any current Repubs actually buck up and do conservative things. Yeah, that'd be a big joke, wouldn't it? It'd be pretty funny if they actually did, right? There's quite a trail of Kavanaugh's violations of the Fourth Amendment as a judge, so he's part of the crew. That's about all about you can say about that. Come on in, Mule. Stir the pot. Bring it. Should be entertaining. Anybody else? What's everybody's doing on the Friday night other than just hanging out here? We're having an Oktoberfest selection on this end. Tony said he would jump in as soon as he gets back from the Outback. Vodka
What's
and
happening,
grapefruit juice. Hey, what's up, Mule? How's it going?
It's going all right. How you doing, bud?
Hey, it's Friday night. Nothing to do. So, well, I take that back. I probably should be doing something else, but this is what I'm doing.
I saw. I figured I'd jump in. I'll especially help fill in until Quasar gets here. You know.
You'll fill his Trump worship role for a little bit.
You know what? There's not much to worship here lately. You know, the Kavanaugh bullshit's been sucking all the air out of the room. So, you know, what he had his press conference and it was a long one, way longer. You know, and there should be a lot more vitriol coming out of it. But then, like I said, the Kavanaugh thing just stole all the air. So,
who had a press conference?
Trump did a couple of days ago, really long, like hour and a half fucking discussion with the press.
Oh, really? What was that about?
I have no idea. I don't care anymore.
Okay, I didn't know he even had one. That's so much.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, look, these days I just let the headlines pass by and I go, okay, it's all bullshit. I can roll on, you know?
Right.
And that was one of them. The only thing that cracks me up about the Kavanaugh thing is, you know, I'm in the same age group, so it's hilarious. I don't think you want to see anybody's fucking, you know, yearbooks, anybody that had any kind of a life in high school, in, you know, from like 1975 on up until about, you know, now, I guess. But
yeah,
you know, for sure then, because I mean, everything. Hi, baby. Everything I've seen, there's nothing surprising, you know, other than the gang rape shit and stuff like that, shocking to anybody. But, you know, the fact that kids drank and partied and tried to get laid, how is that fucking surprising again?
I don't think that is real. I mean, was it supposed to be? Was that supposed to be part of it?
Well, it's all supposed to be so shocking, right? That this chick, that the first accuser supposedly got drunk at a party and somebody tried to finger bang her, you know, when everybody was set, you know, 15, 16.
Yeah.
That's a shock. That carried you through your whole fucking life, 35 fucking years later. Wow.
Yeah, it's all suspect. I mean, obviously, it's just,
yes, and the stake is too big.
Staged. You know, they brought her in for a showpiece.
It's all look. This is where our politics and our country has gotten to, right? You know, I mean, people are talking about we're in a cold civil war, and I guess we've been in that for a while. We just called it a culture war, right? But you know, look, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. I'll be 100% honest. You know, I always thought that he should have put the chick up because this fight wouldn't have happened. But like I said in my own video earlier this week, maybe he's playing 20-dimensional chess for all the fuck I know.
Still.
You know, he put this guy up to expose the swamp because you can't deny that this hasn't happened, right? So for all the bullshit that you people like you and I who were political junkies for a long time see, imagine what the regular Americans see. You know, imagine what people who aren't paying attention normally see with all this kind of, I mean, they're really tearing down a good man over what feels like false accusations. I mean, I didn't listen to her testimony, but I sure watched everybody's talking with the volume down, because body language speaks so much more than fucking words, you know? And that chick was just fully on stage, having a good old time letting the world. She was the spotlight of the world, a position she never would have gotten, right? And I was telling you, I think her fucking story is 100% bullshit. Now, why? I don't know, but I think it's 100% bullshit. And every story after that, you know, oh, some dude flashed their dick at me at a fucking freshman college drunk party, and that traumatized me another fucking 30 years, you know? And then the gang rape train of, you know, gang rape parties and shit like that. Wow. I'm up in New York City, and I hang with some very fucked up people, and wow, if these kids were doing that shit in high school, I'm super impressed. Scared, but super impressed.
Super impressed.
You know? Well, because some of the fucked up shit I've seen some high school kids do who had nothing but a hell of a lot of dope in their system and firearms and knives and cruel streaks, you know, you can see some fucked up shit, you know? And the stuff that they're describing is like, wow, if this shit really happened in Maryland, you know.
Well, what do you expect? That's what rich white kids do, right? That's all you see in all the.
Not the ones I ever robbed.
Yeah, it's pretty funny like that, because it's like, yeah, the things that make a sailor blush, right? Like, come on now, seriously, people, you guys actually believe this?
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, they want to. They want to. That's the whole thing. They want to. And the people that know it's 100% bullshit are playing to their side just for all the reasons people are talking. You know, even smart liberals are going, look, this is kind of a bullshit tactic, but they're just doing it because they want the power. You know, I'm not a big Lindsey Graham fan. Actually, I can't fucking stand the little fag. But, you know, when he went off in Congress, that's the only time I turned the damn volume up. You know, because that was the first time I ever seen anybody do that shit in Congress. Seen it happen all the time on the Dragon and shit. I'm probably the one that did it 100 times, you know, or shit. We have 400 videos, probably about 200 times. But, you know, to see Lindsey Graham do that earned a lot. He got a lot more respect as a man in my book.
I don't know. It made me think it was more of a stage sideshow when I saw him do that. I'm like, he never does that for anything. Like, for him to do that for this just makes me think, oh, they're just begging for
I don't know,
people
but
to watch.
you know how I get. You sat on the sidelines watching. Well, we've been on discussions, and I've gotten like that yelling at people. Sometimes you just snap. You know, you just fucking break.
You really think he has that much charisma in his body to do that?
Not normally, but I think people can come up with that. You know what I'm saying? I think it can happen. I'm not saying it's an everyday occurrence. Shit, you never seen it out of Lindsey Graham before. I doubt you'll ever see it again. You know? But I think that was one of the few real moments, you know, that you saw in that whole fucking circus sideshow that it wasn't even a distraction. It was meant to divide.
So that goes to the next question. If he's so adamant about it, how bad does that tell you that Kavanaugh is actually entrenched in the whole system if Graham is backing too, you know?
Well, okay, but think about this. Anybody that's going to be up for the Supreme Court is entrenched, right? Look, I'm not a Kavanaugh fan. He's okay to pretty good on the Second Amendment. He's shitty on the Fourth.
Yeah, that's what everybody's been saying.
You know, he's going to turn over all our search and seizure rights shit, and you know the Fifth's next. You know, so because he's good on one doesn't mean he's good on all. You know, and like I said, when I was looking over what Trump was putting up, I thought the woman was a better call as a constitutionalist, also as a woman, because they couldn't hit her with this fucking attack as a woman. Okay, what are they going to say? She flashed her tits at somebody at a fucking, you know, Motley Crue show in fucking 82? And, well, this chick's younger, so, you know, 92?
Oh, is she younger? I don't even know who you're talking about.
Well, the female that was up, it was between Kavanaugh and I forget her name off the top of my head, but I always thought she was going to be a better candidate, but she was a Catholic and she was charitable and she was in a Catholic organization that did a lot of charities and tried to be pious, tried to, you know, live a clean life. Well, you know, these days that's a bad thing to do.
Somebody's gonna dig dirt from somewhere, right?
Well, look what. No, they won't dig dirt. They can manufacture dirt, which is what I think happened to Kavanaugh, right? Which is why maybe I think it's Trump's fucking 10th dimensional chess. He needed to throw a sacrificial lamb up there to expose it, so that way the next time somebody went up, right, it would be a lot cleaner.
Maybe, yeah. 20D chess, we shall see, I guess. But if it's 20D chess, isn't it just the corporate oligarchs against the socialist commies?
and who would you look? I don't want either fucking one, but if I got to only choose one or the other, I do not want fucking commies. And look,
but I'm saying that's what it is. That's what choices are. That's what we're talking about. Who's arguing between these two groups?
Yeah, and the people are all the losers in one way or another. But I just think under socialism and communism, we'd lose much more. You know, I don't think they're putting up a fucking
that Barrett woman. They didn't want that Barrett woman. She was anti-abortion.
Yeah, and that's hey, what's up, my man?
What's up, you angry old white man?
I'm proud of it.
Angry old white man.
And you know what's funny is that's what's going to all this bullshit that's going on that people are seeing is going to cause people to go to the polls in fucking November. You know, so I don't need to pay attention to that much because it's so splashed everywhere and it's so ridiculous that on its face people are starting, people are understanding it. Could you imagine any 52-year-old person in this country right now going, what would my high school yearbook look like? All right, I think one of the few people I actually know that could have ran for that by that litmus test could run for office would be my fucking wife. And I'm not kidding. Okay. Because the ages involved are the same as my wife and I, and she was one of the few people I could actually say was pretty much a saint in high school, and all the people who knew her laugh at that now because she cusses like a sailor, So I think that's probably the only person I know that could say that. How is anybody ever going to be able to run for office ever again if this is what it's going to be like?
Yeah, we'll just have to get rid of Facebook.
No, I still think violent revolution is probably the best bet for our country and breaking it up. I don't think we'll get back to coast. I think I think with shit like this, if you read history, it reminds you of what was going on in Congress just before, the war between the states last time. The Civil War.
Oh, yeah, very uncivilized, that's for sure. But somebody was bringing that up in another discussion topic. I think it was on Twitter. But they were pointing out that things were a little bit worse because you did have senators actually assaulting other senators in the House. It was a little bit more uncivilized, but we're almost there.
Hey, Obama, they swept Obama. They swept Obama's trail. He was in there 8 years, and nobody still didn't know anything about him.
Right. Well, I'm just going to say something. I mean, what happens when Cory Booker spits in Tom Cotton's face?
Another angry old white man's what I'm going to say.
That's an angry young white man, right? So what happens when, what do you think's going to happen on the fucking floor of the Senate or the House or whatever, something like that happens?
Isn't Cotton's a little guy, isn't he?
No, Cotton's an ex-army. Yeah, he's ex-military.
That doesn't mean he's not little.
No, but I think he's like 6'1". Who the fuck knows? Look, the way they angle shot shit on TV, I have no fucking clue.
I mean,
but I still don't see
a boxer or something.
A little guy's much more dangerous. Right?
Shit, I wish they'd grab old Jim Jordan. He's a damn wrestling pro. He put him in the small package of the Boston Crab, make him tap out.
All right, so go that route, right? Because not everybody in Congress is fucking under the age of over the age of 60, and there's some pretty hotheads in there. So who knows what could happen in the future? One could hope, Make it like, what is it? Who is it? The South Koreans that like to fist fight in their Congress?
Oh yeah, Taiwanese too. You see some throwdowns going on there like every other year.
Oh yeah, that's always fun to watch, man.
I wish we had more of that. It might actually be more reassuring if they actually did do stuff like that.
Me too. I think the American people would like it more too. To be honest with you, make you feel better about paying their fucking salaries.
They could sell that like pay-per-view.
Hell yeah!
Yeah,
better than MMA.
C-SPAN be pay-per-view only.
Right? Man, I'd love to see somebody knock fucking Dianne Feinstein's false teeth down her fucking throat.
Oh man. Anyway, what else you got, Saints? I know you were fired up.
I got a local congresswoman downstate here, Republican. She'd be able to do it too, nicely.
So, Saints, I hear you were fired up last night. You still got thoughts about that?
A little bit.
What was going on last night, Saints?
I was blowing Tony's damn text up. I was raising hell, and man, yeah, I'm glad that they saving all those text messages where I can go back and look at them later.
Uh-oh. What was Tony doing?
No, I was ranting. I was on a rant. Man, that was just, oh, dude, it's terrible.
Is it on video?
So, no, it's me sending, I guess it's what you're talking about, me sending Tony text, ranting about it.
Yeah. Tony just said you were pretty fired up last night if we were going to get a chat going.
Oh, man, yeah, it freaking fired my, yeah.
If you've cooled off by now, it's probably not.
I wasn't good, that's for sure.
Well, let me just ask you a question here, Saints. What was the main topic of that rant? Because you're not usually a ranter. I can't see it ranting.
Well, it was after I watched that little innocent 6-year-old get up and testify with her big old glasses on about freaking dingbats. You can talk to a damn washing machine, be about the same thing. And then Kavanaugh,
that's funny.
They're beating the guy up about his freaking high school years. Come on, I mean, my God, it's just ridiculous.
Well, that's funny that you say that. The 6-year-old with big old glasses and everything. I think that was all part of her act, dude. I really think
I guarantee it was. Let's get some big old glasses and put on her, and you talk like you're 4 years old and you just now got out of the spelling bee, and let's fluff your hair in your face where you can't really show your face. You can hide behind your wig,
right?
And act like you don't act like you. Yeah, act like you've never raised your right hand and been sworn in anywhere. I heard the payout. Now, I heard the payout. I'm sure about 2 of these numbers. I heard the payout to her first day was $900,000, and then she got $200,000 for security and $538,000 in her GoFundMe. Crime pays.
Yeah, exactly. And you're splashed all over TV. But guess what? People saw that, and adults saw that. What 52-year-old woman should be acting like she's a 6-year-old girl? And like you said, that high-pitched voice, that's not her natural fucking speaking voice. The way she was acting, adults don't act like that. And, it was just
a professor.
Yeah, she teaches kids.
Yeah, but not 3-year-old.
Yeah, when you start anyway, look, I don't even want to get into it. It's just all a joke, and it's all meant to just continue to drive a wedge through the American people. And that's why, look, I've never changed my stance in this. Fuck them all. I pay attention to the laws that I want to pay attention to. So the law doesn't matter. What the Supreme Court does not matter to me. Tomorrow, fucking do it. Right? It could tell me I can't be, doing whatever. I don't even give a fuck what. I can't walk backwards on Sunday. I'm gonna fucking start walking backwards on every day. People don't really matter to most of us, and it's all this giant distraction. And the fucked up thing is, I'm wondering continuously, especially right now, what the fuck is going on behind the scenes that they don't want us to know about, that they've put on this giant fucking sideshow.
I've
heard a couple of different theories behind that, but I don't know.
Trump just signed the omnibus bill that he said he would never sign. That's one of them.
Well, I don't know what it is, right? But I know there's something that they're fucking trying to distract us from with this kind of bullshit. Come on, seriously.
What's that you talking about there, HD? Catch me up there.
Well, we talked about earlier in the week where the House passed the budget, the continuing budget, continuing resolution. Right. Trump said he wouldn't sign another patchwork thing like that, but obviously he did. So that was one of the things that they were talking about, is it's taking the heat off stuff like that, calling out things that,
Yeah, he's wanting the money. He was wanting his money for the wall, and they're nickel and diming him to death on it.
Well, he's not getting the wall out of this package. They already talked about that, but just.
Well, would they give him 1.8 billion, something like that, to do another 30 miles, or between Juarez and El Paso?
There's no money in the current iteration. All the DHS funding was held back. So that's going to come up for argument again next month.
I haven't delved that deeply into it, and yeah, they're just going to patchwork it for another month.
I really don't think all this is Roe versus Wade. I really don't. There's something else.
15. That means that we had $50 off of our rent because of.
There's something besides Roe versus Wade.
No, I didn't think anything messed anything up. I thought they were screwing us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Saints. I have to mute him. Go ahead, Saints.
I do. I don't think this is. I mean, a little bit of it might have been Roe versus Wade, but there's a bigger target. They got a bigger target than that.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many agendas going on that you can't see the forest for the trees when there's that much of a sideshow going on, you know? Hey, going out in the side chat real quick while Mule's muted. We got a lot of people checking in with us. V-Borg just checked in. Good evening. Jet001, what's up? HRM Weapons Machinist, good evening. We had a couple other people check in. Who was up here earlier? Quasar Trump. Jay Thornton's with us. Hey, good evening, Jay Thornton. They're talking all about the same thing. It's a distraction. It's a dog and pony show, et cetera, et cetera. Wolfie and the Pack. Good evening. How's it going? Hey, it's a Friday evening. We're just going to see how many lies we can tell and how bad we can talk about people. Of course, we can't talk bad enough about politicians, really.
Man, that's pretty dirty, dude. Let's go to show you that. Man, they'll throw gas on you and set you on fire and watch you burn while they tell you that you're a fine fella and pat you on the back with an asbestos glove.
Asbestos, right? You like a change in the barrel of 50 cal?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how quickly that went 0 to 60 when it got down to the 0 hour. Does he get confirmed? Do you think it's going to continue on next week? Are they going to shut it down?
Boy, that's the $1 million freaking question right now. That's the winning lotto number.
Oh, that's why I asked it.
Well, I'm watching one-sided news. I'm trying to I'm trying to stay away from CNN, MSNBC, because I know what they're saying.
Who's got the lotto number? What? I missed that.
No, I was asking the lotto question. I was asking him, is this going to get shut down or is he going to get passed?
You know what?
Fox saying he's going to get confirmed.
Yeah.
That's Fox.
Yeah, you know what? I think they're going to try and keep pushing. And if it comes down to a vote, I think what will happen is it will depend upon dumbasses like Flake and Collins who are rhinos. And it's who's going to pay them the most. So how corrupt are these motherfuckers? You know, is really going to be the biggest question. Who's the most corrupt?
Here's the question. You saw it, Mule. So we got this FBI that's going to investigate this guy from a 1980s high school party that couldn't even figure out what happened in Vegas on October 1st, which is coming up on Monday.
I got one on that. I'm raising both hands. I got one on that. Okay, you ready? I got it, man. I got to interject. I'm sorry. I got to do an Alex Jones on this one and jump right in while y'all's talking.
Both feet.
They had a senator today a FBI retired, not a senator, a retired FBI specialist, head of this, head of that, decorated 30 years in the FBI, came out and said, well, they solved Oklahoma City in a day and a half. Surely they can get this done in a week. Really? Oklahoma City in a day and a half? Well, it's easy to figure out who did it when you did it.
When it's your boy doing it for you, right?
There you go. and still can't figure out why the FBI sold guns to the old guy. Their gun sting deal went bad, and they had a shooting in Las Vegas. I mean, that's another one that just came out that the FBI was in on. That's the reason that we don't know what happened.
Well, I said that from the Jump Street that it was a government op, but that's just me.
But yeah, they solved Oklahoma City in a day and a half. Yeah, right. Boy, that's thick. So they can figure Kavanaugh out in a week. Well, let's see. They were talking about taking his calendars and having all the ink and everything on his calendars test dated to see if he really wrote it in 82 or if it's a.
Are you serious?
Man, don't think I'm not. It's insane.
Oh, it's most definitely insane. I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Don't check the ink to make sure the ink was dated to 1982 when he said he wrote it in there. They're going to charge him with a felony crime.
To be honest, I don't think that I don't think the calendar is legit. I mean, who saves a calendar from 1980s after all these years of technology? And why would you save a calendar to begin with? Yearbook, I get. A calendar? Are you kidding me?
Well, he said his dad started doing it in 1978, and he started doing it in 82, 81 or 82.
It's a family tradition handed down?
I guess. He said his dad kept one, and it was immaculate records of what he did, where he went, and, and he said he followed suit a couple years later, 2 or 3 years later. I don't know. That might be a lie, too. He may be a gang rapist that stood in line with 7 boys while they did whatever it was to whoever it was.
Well, except for the social calendar stuff, he actually has all of them since then. So it's easy to provide that kind of evidence when you got them from them. So he has been doing the social calendar thing that whole time. As crazy and anal as that sounds.
Yeah, it sounds pretty crazy to me, but I'm just a poor boy that would never think about holding on to something that long, I guess. Something that, just random and innocuous.
Yeah, I mean, it's while it sounds odd, it is something that I could imagine a rich, I mean, he's never been poor, shit,
never
Yale Law.
Across the country 5 times.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this guy, he grew up with the proverbial, platinum spoon in his mouth, and that's why he's where he's at. Great prep schools, all that kind of shit. But obviously it doesn't help these days when, Trump's in office. Because the fucked up thing about it is they're eating their own establishment. Funny from my point of view, in that way, but it's the establishment eating its own. And if any of this shit was true, it would have come up long ago. Back when he was put on the Starr handling the Starr case. Back when he was going against Clinton, you think the Clintons wouldn't have dug up this kind of dirt when it was still fresh in fucking people's minds?
Oh, he was on the Starr case?
Yeah.
I did not hear that.
I mean, so you think about this. It was what, 10 years, 15 years? They were fucking razor sharp at 15 years out.
Yeah, he was something to do with the grand jury during the Clinton deal. And he was on Ken Starr's staff when they were prosecuting the Clintons. And that's, what Mule said, right? You don't think the Clintons won't dig deep on you? And he was one of the head
think about this. This guy was, he's on the D.C. Circuit Court. I mean, you know how anally probed they fucking probed him to allow him to go there? So all this is just, it's politics at its worst. And I think it's good exposure. I say it's 10th dimensional chess. I think he put this guy in sacrificial lamb. If he gets him, great. If he doesn't, that's good exposure.
That's pretty bad there. Is he picking up on UHD?
Okay, it's not just me. I was wondering if it was just me.
That's Mule you chopping up bad there.
Okay, yeah. I was just ready to check on my phone here.
Well,
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Delta Fox X-ray, Delta Fox X-ray. You copy over Delta Fox X-ray. Well, what do you think about all this since Mule is roboted out of existence here for the
Well, and like I was saying, I think it's ultimately what you got is the corporate oligarchs arguing with the socialists. But I don't know how you believe a guy, like I said, it's got a 35-year-old calendar. Man, that's a long road to hoe to get me to convince me that that's legit. You know,
who do you believe? You believe the woman? You believe the man?
No, I don't believe either one of them. I think it's all staged.
Oh, okay. Well,
you know, I think it's all just a big show to distract and get everybody entrenched in another side.
It may be, buddy. I know one thing. If it was a show, he wanted a damn Academy Award. I want to go to the awards and be part of the presentation because he's pretty convincing to me. I will say this. Out of all the Supreme Court judges, I don't know any of them. I know I don't want to get close to Ginsburg because she looks really, really creepy and would probably scare small children. But out of all the Supreme Court justices, I feel like I know Kavanaugh a little bit, and I see what kind of – they drew his character out yesterday to see what kind of person he was. Or if they didn't, buddy, he's, like I said, give him a Grammy, a Emmy, a gimme, something.
You back, Mule?
Yeah, I'm back. Am I less choppy now?
Man, you roboted all the way out of the atmosphere.
Yeah, you're
well,
good.
It's funny. You guys just picked up where I was, where I had left off. So when I came back in, I just heard HD saying some of the same shit I was roboting.
What about this? What about the claims that her daddy and family had dealings with the CIA? Because her daddy was a big country club manager there of the big country club in town. They were rich kids. She's a rich kid.
Well, yeah. I mean, would it surprise me? Not at all. Would it surprise me if there's links with her to the Clintons, like everybody's trying to say? Not at all. None of this would shock anybody, I don't think. I mean, the shocking things are the things they're accusing somebody else of that are, beyond the pale ridiculous. Right. Well, if you actually told the truth about some people like John Podesta, and the Podesta family, the truth there is even scarier than the shit they're claiming on Kavanaugh now.
Well, a college kid drinking beer is pretty believable, but you're gonna have to show some, what Podesta and them's doing. That's a little bit harder to believe, But even though it's just as likely to be true.
Yeah, I don't believe none of it anymore, and it gets so frustrating that it's just all I say is, look, I'm glad I voted for the agent of chaos, for the Joker. That the government is being exposed at all levels of corruption and ineptitude, and we're just eating our own. And I know that there's nothing but a pack of wolves out there waiting for us to tear ourselves apart.
When you say pack of wolves, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about fucking China, England, France, Russia. Nobody's fucking safe. Mexico, fucking Canada, even though Canada might just destroy itself before we destroy ourselves. Right?
I'd be too worried about Canada or France and England.
Look, everybody I'm not worried about France and England, fucking with the continental United States, but they would love to take over any kind of shit that's overseas that we were involved in, where they would get the prestige and the power from it, right? Everybody's out for self, dude, so there's no shock and surprise there, right? So everybody who says they're our friend would love to see us tear ourselves apart because they're not really our friends. They're only our friends as long as we pay them or their interests line up with our interests.
Friend in need is a friend indeed.
Shit! Look at how for the first 20 years after World War II, we kept all the quote unquote friends we had. Right? What do we do? Pay money to them. Give them money. We've been doing that forever. Now Trump shows up, says the spigot's going off, and all of a sudden the world hates us. Well, then the only reason why you loved us was because you loved our money.
Well, And that gets really to the point, though. The real issue is the economics of the whole thing, and if America's going to slow down anyway, we're tied to the whole dollar-backed oil trade and the whole dollar-backed military, plus just all the other bonds and everything else. China owns X number. It's all tied in. So if America slows down, we're dragging everybody else down with us. It's like an albatross around your neck. Nobody's going to survive it if we collapse. Really, I mean, can anybody? I mean, they're trying. Russia and China are making moves, but the EU's done anyway.
Yeah,
they're recovering if we go down.
Their fucking leaders don't.
Their leaders don't what?
We know that the EU's done, but their leaders don't. They're going to kick that fucking dead horse until they get the last ounce out of it.
Well, yeah, they're going to continue to kick it, but they know it's done. I don't think they have any expectation of surviving. They're just going to milk it dry as long as they can.
Yeah, well, I think that's what a lot of people are doing in a lot of situations. And, for all the Trump hatred, I don't think he sees that. He doesn't want that to happen to America. I mean, you can talk about how full of shit he is, and he lies at every turn, and I'm not going to argue, right? But I don't think inherently he's anti-American. He loves America. He wants this country to be what it was when he was a kid coming up. That the opportunity of the world, but he understands it has to. When America does great, the world does great. When America does shit, the world does shit. But the rest of the world don't look at it like that. They look at it like America's taking all the great.
Well, America's only been in that position for 80 years. The rest of the world has a 5,000-year view. Well, not the rest of the world, but pretty much everybody that we're talking about is at least 500 years plus. We've only been on the scene for 80 years.
And we were able to take that. We were able to move that ball so far, so fast, and in such a way that it scared the shit out of all those other leaders and organizations. So much so they've been fighting against us for those past 80 years. And they've been the ones that have done nothing but push corrupt. I mean, look, humans are corrupt anyway. So, but they put the opportunities out there for corruption and all kinds of shit over the past years to where now our government is so corrupt, it really can't stand much long. I mean, it can. Fucking corrupt governments go on forever. They can at least. But I don't know if ours will.
Well, as long as you
don't. Dog ticks on the dog. To me, ticks on the dog.
Right. That's Saint's best analogy.
Yep. Vampires, man, they sucking you. It's just like possums. When possums are born, they'll ride their mama till she's dead, and then they'll eat what's left of her carcass.
Really? I didn't know they did that.
They'll ride her till she can't carry them anymore, and then if she croaks out, they'll feed on her.
I've never heard that.
Well, goddamn, I never did either. And now I'm fucking for sure shooting those little bastards every time.
Remember where you heard it first.
That's that homespun knowledge from Saints and Sappers.
I've heard that for years and years and years. I ain't read it nowhere. I heard it by word of mouth.
I like your version better. Just makes me feel less guilty killing any of them I see.
It may not be in Webster's, everybody, but there's a lot of stuff that ain't in Webster's, so stand by for knowledge.
All the best knowledge isn't.
All the best knowledge has been scrubbed out of Webster's.
Right.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? And slowly being scrubbed off the internet if people don't realize it.
Boy, we went a long way from them sucking this system down to possums eating their mama. Same thing.
The analogy is perfect because that's exactly what it's doing, right? And you look at some of these fucking, oh my God, just some of these people involved. They're 100% just holding on until mama dies, and then they're going to eat her.
Yeah.
How long has Pelosi been in the fucking Congress? How long has fucking Feinstein been in Congress? How long was Boxer in Congress? You know what I'm saying? All these fucking people.
Too long? Yeah.
40 years, well, 30 years. They're riding that fucking mama possum until she dies, or they do.
Yeah, they're milking it for all they're worth. For sure.
You know, and this is the party of Bird, you know, which still amazes me that they get away with this shit. This shows you how powerful propaganda is, though. I mean, seriously, all this shit that they're talking. Well, the fact that they can black hole so much information, right? Or just not discuss it, pay attention to it, use it as an example or as a contradiction to what people are saying at any given time. You know, perfect one is the fact that, you know, Hillary Clinton claimed that one of her mentors was fucking Bird. You know, a ex-grand the Ku Klux Klan. You know, and that, you know, when anybody said it, nobody cared.
Well, they all hung out with Ted Kennedy too. What did he do to a woman? You know, nobody cared about him. Mary Jo Kopechne being the bottom of the river.
Well, nobody cares the fact that, you know, Cory Booker in an article he wrote, you know, admits to raping a chick. You know, and this guy had the balls to fucking quit. Yeah, well, not quite in that way. He took advantage of her when he was drunk, and he was kind of apologizing or some shit, trying to do it in this in a college article.
Huh.
But he had the balls to sit up there and fucking talk shit to Kavanaugh.
Right. Oh yeah.
You know, these people.
I do believe now there is nowhere that these people won't go. I think there's nowhere they'll go. They don't care. Their agenda is number one, full speed ahead, damn the humans and the torpedoes.
Well, think about this for a moment, right? So it's cool for your daughter, right? It would be cool for my 3-year-old granddaughter or 2.5-year-old granddaughter to go into a bathroom and see in a Walmart and see a man's junk because he claims he's a woman, right? That's okay. But this Kavanaugh clown who supposedly, you know, was in a dick measuring contest as a freshman, drunk out of his mind on fucking Yale, right? That is worthy news, and everybody needs to freak out about it because he abused a woman doing that. But my granddaughter is not being abused seeing a grown-ass male human's junk because he claims he's a woman that fucking day. It is 100% the agenda. They don't give a fuck. They just want power. And that's why I said, you know, Lindsey Graham's, I thought, honest rant in Congress was one of the greatest things I've seen in a long time.
Well, they got Joe Biden. They got Joe Biden on YouTube groping little girls. They got video evidence on him. They need to go arrest him.
But that ain't gonna look. Even if they could, that's not gonna happen, man. He'll run for president. Nobody will bring it up. I mean, you know, well, the press is bought and paid for. The media is a propaganda arm of the corporate, of just the Democratic Party at this point, and the communists. You know, everybody's bitching at RT, oh, the Russians control this and that. You know, you listen to fucking MSNBC someday, and you can just hear them spouting shit out of the Communist Manifesto. You know, I'm sorry, RT doesn't put out that kind of content. You know, I don't trust them fucking either, but, you know, the Americans we've lost the script.
Yeah, good stuff. Going to the side chat real quick. We got You Can Do It joined us. Good evening out there, sir. They got all kinds of stuff going on. I'm trying to keep up. HRM. Or I missed a comment. I was gonna go back and bring it up. Adventurous Guide to the Galaxy is with us. Yeah, he said Ford's grandpa helped do a lot of the CIA stuff, and her dad possibly. So I guess he's seen some stuff on that too.
Loves to fly, except to go answer questions.
What answers questions? What?
Ford. she did not want to fly to Washington, D.C., home, basically, to answer questions, right? Because she'd be going home. She's from Maryland. Her parents live in fucking Maryland, right?
Right.
So for her to go home, right, it was too stressful for her because she was afraid to fly because of what Kavanaugh supposedly did to her, gave her claustrophobia. But it's always good to, flying to French Polynesia, flying to the Caribbean, flying to Europe, flying to South America, flying to Hawaii, flying home twice a year anyway. That's not so much of a problem. It's just flying to answer these questions was causing her stress.
Where was she coming from? Where was she?
California. She lives out by Stanford.
Oh, great. Of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and the thing, look, I do not think most people are stupid. I think people see this, and anybody who's not hardcore in either camp, right? If you're a hardcore Democrat, you're done, right? So if you drank that Kool-Aid, you're fucked. You're going to think everything she says is gospel. You're going to think he's the biggest piece of shit, and any kind of rulings he makes are going to be illegitimate, right? And the other side of the coin is everybody who's, from what I've seen, I believe the guy, right? But I still think he's bad on so many other things. I wouldn't want him anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So, but on the other side of the fence, and what people would think is my side of the fence, they're ready to blow this guy and give him, not just a black robe, but a fucking crown.
I'll tell you something Mr. Kavanaugh learned. He learned it ain't fun to deal with the Democrats, and he learned how dirty they'll go if indeed, like he said, like HD says, he's not an actor. And this is not a performance for some reason.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think everybody fucked up in this because by showing this kind of crap to the American people, it just makes them sick and more and more want total change. Right.
I don't know about that. I think people are being divided and separated and sifted. I think more people are choosing to go one way or the other. Well, I should say one of three ways. People are going one of three ways. Not some people are joining the Democrat or going more hardcore Democrat. Some people are going more hardcore, like Republican, if you will, and other people are just getting off the boat and going anarchist, libertarian, whatever. Any of those realms of.
I'm getting more and more in that boat. I saw something do you guys watch We Are Change on YouTube?
I know who it is, but I don't really keep up with.
Okay, go check out. He's done a series here this month, and he's shown what happened to it. There's a particular area in Mexico that's gone anarchist, right? They've kicked out all their government. They're not letting any government in, right? And it's running, from what he's been showing, it's running pretty fucking smoothly. Not smooth, but the roads are getting patched, right? People are having commerce work pretty well. People aren't dying in the streets, right? Because they have a militia made up of the people who live and work and own property in that town, in that area.
I saw that. That's down in. I saw something about that. That's down in southern Mexico.
Yes, it's still Mexico. It's down in Mexico.
And the government wouldn't do anything about the drug cartels, and yet they told them they couldn't have guns, so they armed up and fought.
No, this is a different one. This is a different place. Same type of deal though. But they not only kicked out they not only got rid of the cartels out of their area, they also got rid of the fucking cops and the government and everything to do with the government. Out, boom, gone. You're done. You're fired. Go home. Turn in your shit, you're done. They kicked them all out. And they've been running pretty smoothly for about 7 years, but nobody's talking about it because nobody wants to let them know that this can actually be done. I didn't think it would be done. I was one of those assholes that used to say, what about the roads? Well, it turns out people will do the fucking roads.
It held the mafia down. I mean, the government down there is the cartels. You see where they went into, was it Acapulco, and arrested the whole freaking police force? Was it Acapulco?
Well, same type of deal, but it's further southern. It's like southern middle of Mexico, and they don't even talk about this fucking place because it's doing too well without government, police, any kind of things. The social services government's not dumping money in there. The people are taking care of their own. right? It's really interesting to watch. A couple of videos on it. Go check it out.
What's across the border from San Diego?
Tijuana.
EJ.
It might have been Tijuana. It's either Tijuana or Acapulco. They went in and disarmed the whole city police force.
Yeah, it wasn't Tijuana. Tijuana's a disaster.
Yeah, they took all their guns away from them because of the corruption and working for the drug gangs and stuff like that. And they're going through and questioning every one of them. And I guess they're trying to say something about, raise your right hand, say, whatever, before they reinstate them. Pretty bad.
I just know that, look, our country's not for, we're not there yet, right, as far as most of Mexico. But I think it's really interesting experiment they're pulling down there with anarchy. I mean, real anarchy, right, to where the people are taking care of everything and doing it in not a collective way so much, but in kind of a collective way. It's just very interesting to watch. And I don't know. I'm just so sick of our government and all levels of it. The corruption's everywhere, even in my, even down to local, right? Right down to your local fucking government, there's corruption.
Well, one of the congressmen and senators called on the FBI to investigate Feinstein because of the mishandling of investigate all those that documentation and leaks and all on their side of this investigation. Now, they're investigating investigation over an investigation over an investigation. It's insane. Just burning down the building.
Look who you're asking to do it. That's the thing that cracks me up the most. And, I heard Trump pointed that shit out too, but it cracks me up the most. So you're asking the one of the corrupt organizations in our government, that spied against somebody running for president. You're going to ask them to do an honest investigation about anything at this point?
I just wonder, everybody's talking about Lindsey Graham being the hero of the minute and all that.
Just a minute. I don't like the motherfucker at all, but just a minute. He got that ounce of my respect.
Okay. Now, this is total conspiracy, okay? But it's, it may be as much conspiracy as them handing out Academy Awards after this trial's over, whatever it is. But what if, this is a what if Lindsey Graham and them's got dirt on Kavanaugh, they're going to put Kavanaugh in and use that dirt against him to get their wishes in. It's kind of like, hey, we knew this shit happened and we stood up for you.
Yeah,
anyway,
of course.
There's one out in left. There's one out in left field. See if you can catch it when it comes in.
Oh, bro. Hey, you missed it. I wish I had a motherfucking live camera. Oh my God, dude.
Don't get us off topic, Tony. We're rolling.
Where you at? I got
Don't
one.
get us off topic.
I got one to throw in. Where you at? It'll match. Trust me.
Throw it in. We'll bat it back to you.
I go to pick up some herb right now from the dispensary.
Yeah, we weren't talking about that at all.
Okay, I know. But there's fucking communists everywhere registering people to vote, right? So I'm like walking in. The guy's like, yeah, you registered to vote? I'm like, yeah, I'm registered to vote, brother. What's up, man? I didn't call him brother, but, I was acting fucking kind of being funny. But, yeah, fucking, yeah, so you're registered, man. This fucking Adam Laxall, he's going to take away the dispensaries. And I was like, and he's like, you got to vote for Steve Sisolak. He's going to save us, bro. And I started laughing. I was like, oh, you fucking serious right now? You're fucking serious. I said, fucking dickhead wants to take away the guns. He's like, it's all right. The weed is good or some shit like that. And I was like, oh, my God, bro, really? So I come back out of the dispensary. So I try to, just engage him per se, just see where he's at. And they're chatting it up or whatever. And, yeah, he's just a communist. And, fucking they're like, take the guns and keep the weed pretty much. And I told him, I gave him the spiel about me being a Democrat forever and I'm not no more. And he had a chick come rescue him. It was crazy. He had one of his chicks come, like a SJW type shit. Like, oh, come on. He's because I was laughing, bro. I was just hysterically laughing. But sorry to get you guys off topic. But I just got hit with a commie, whatever you call it, and I repelled it. Commie attack, and I repelled it. Nobody died. So.
Excellent.
you know.
You're awarded 2 points.
Thank you. Where you guys at? Come on, I'm just coming back from Outback and like some big old Oktoberfest.
See, I'd have to say you were deducted 2 points. You should have just taken him out of the gene pool.
No,
took his weed and pushed him down.
Bro, he was so soft, bro. It would have been like beating up a teenage girl. It would have been all wrong. He was like, but he was like, oh, there's Sisolak and all the guns, the weed. And I was like, oh. He said he called himself like a capitalistic Democrat or some shit. I don't know what he called himself. He called himself a Democrat because I was like, bro, this communism, socialism shit is not flying around here. So I don't know. It was great. I wish I could have recorded it. It just happened, fresh on the brain. Sorry to jump in and fucking talk about I didn't fucking kill a commie, but you know.
But see, now my favorite slogan is "Kill a commie for mommy." You really kind of fucked up.
Well, no, I got my bumper stickers denied. What do you want me to do? I paid for Dad Jimmy's Scum bumper stickers, and they fucking denied me.
You still ain't got no place to buy them yet?
No, they just refunded my money for the stickers like today or yesterday. Finally.
That sucks.
Yeah, I emailed them. I called them commies and fucking told them I was going to make a video about them. And I was like, nobody's going to shop there. Fuck you guys. I was like, let me get my money back too while you're at it. Like, they forgot that part. They're like, we're not going to make your bumper sticker, but if you don't ask for your money back, we won't give it back or something. I don't know. But, dude, I had the worst day at work, so the fact that I'm smiling right now, trust me, dude.
All because of some commie.
Yeah, he made my day. I had to give it to him. Fuck it. You know, it's hilarious to see it in what does Mark call it? In real world
practical application.
There you go.
Application.
There you go. When you actually see it, it's like, it's one thing to see it on TV and Twitter and everything, and it's faceless. You know, you can't punch nobody in the face. But then, I mean, I got this guy right here. Like I said, had been like beating up a little girl, but it's just weird to see it actually like happening in the real world. Like people actually on the streets there, and I'll give it to the leftists for one thing, dude. They hit the ground hard. When it comes to election time, they got everybody and their mama. And maybe they're all paid fucking pieces of shit, but whatever. They mobilize a lot of people because there's somebody knocking on my door. There's somebody standing out front of the weed shop. There's somebody fucking standing out here and standing out there, and they're all leftists. The only right-leaning conservative types are at the DMV, I noticed.
As a DMV, huh?
Yeah, there's always a secure the border type deal going on or save the 2A type thing going on at the DMV. Always.
Huh.
Well, hey, Tone, you know, you got to think about this, man. Everybody else is usually at work. The ones you see at the DMV are retired old people that know where a real crowd is, right? So
no.
People
these motherfuckers over on this nice side of town have all young folks over there, and you could chop it up, and they're knowledgeable too about everything that they're trying to get you to, every petition they're trying to get you to sign. They're really actually, it's young. I've never seen an older person. I don't think I've seen anybody over 25 out there trying to register people to vote and pitching something like I said, secure the borders now and 2A.
That's actually good to hear. I would have gone the whole other way. But as far as the Dems,
else, so if you go to the grocery store, the leftists are there. You go to the weed dispensary, the leftists are there. You go anywhere else, that's where the leftists are.
You know, it's funny. They were there when, you know, out there for Hillary, too. And you saw how effective that shit was. And like we've been talking, the shit show that's been going on mainstream media lately, you know, I don't think it's making the Democrats any fucking friends.
Well, what were you guys talking about when I walked in right now? So, I mean, is it this pretty much or what? You guys talking about the Kavanaugh thing or what are you guys talking about? I mean, are we segueing?
I don't know. Saints was talking about, what were you talking about, Saints? Dang, we got off track there. It was Saints' line we were on.
Oh, Saints fucking text me like yesterday, the day before, all fucking pissed off. I'm like, whoa. He's like, I need a rant right now.
I was steaming. Oh, dude, it was not fun.
Well, we know
the whole day started off. My dog's already got an attitude now. He's a year and a half old, and he don't want to listen no more. I'm not doing that. Oh, hell yeah, you are. And
I like
to deal with that silly. Oh boy.
I like what HD said though. If Lindsey Graham is fucking cheerleading anything, something else is going on.
Oh, that's right. I brought that conspiracy deal up a while ago. I mean, is he trying to buy himself some? Have they got dirt on Kavanaugh that the Democrats don't know about? They do control the, they've got control of the military intelligence deal. They
got dirt on everybody. They got dirt on us all. Imagine if they did more of our backgrounds.
I mean, they only do shit for their benefit.
I know I ain't perfect. So I know they look at my background. I'm gonna be fucked. I don't know about y'all. Well, I know Mule's fucked too, but I don't know about y'all.
See, that's where they lose, right? When you got guys that, I mean, look at Trump. Everybody swears. I mean, come on. You would think Trump would be gone by now if they just look at his background and dig up dirt. He doesn't give a fuck, right? I'm in that vein. You want to dig up – if you can come up with parties of some chick coming up and saying, I tried to finger bang her in 1983, I'd be like, hey, you want me to do it again?
Yo, but on top of that, how come that motherfucker can't say, how come he can't say, hold on, guys, hold on. All right. I like pussy, and that's not even pussy. I don't know what the fuck that is up there. That's bug splatter on a windshield. I don't know what that is.
It's Dana Carvey in a way. It's Dana Carvey. Okay,
hey,
that's garbage.
Hey, that's birth control goggles on a 9-month deployment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've scraped bigger chunks of stool off my boot than they've got going on.
So you can't. I try to figure out what anybody is saying as far as Lindsey Graham or any of these other dickheads, and it's the opposite. But what's the angle with this chick? She's fucking lying. I mean, Kavanaugh, look at dude. He's not fucking. Dude, that dude could have got probably any chick. He's an older dude, and he's not like he's not a bad looking dude, right? Why would he have to get huffed out on rubber cement to have sex with some chick? You think she was hot? You think she was hot 30 years ago?
No
fucking way. Not a chance.
It was a little rich kid that daddy was the manager of the country club, and she probably had a few inhibitions, and you know how the uppity, my daddy did this, my daddy does that, my daddy's this.
But not only that, her peoples can't even corroborate. In fact, they're not with the story at all. So it's like,
dude, her attorney had to tell her. Her attorney had to tell her to say I do when she raised her hand. She shook her head, yeah, and her attorney said, say I do. My God, is that a credible witness? How long have you been alive?
I'm going to tell you, I know as much as you and HD have told me and kind of what I've been able to pick up on D+. I've been working like crazy, but I don't, what I mean? It's the same fucking dog and pony show. It's the same bullshit.
No, Tony, this is worse. This is a worse dog and pony show than you've ever seen for any kind of confirmation.
Mule, it's a way to get,
and that's
bigger and juicier soap opera,
dude.
But this is where
Orrin Hatch stood up and told him that he's been around it for 40 plus years, and that's the worst he's ever seen. He said, I thought this was bad, and then I thought Clarence Thomas was bad. He said, this beats anything I've ever seen.
Yes, but the biggest question I have, and it's still to me at least the most pertinent one, is what the fuck are they distracting us from?
Amen.
Something huge.
Are we really going to see, a day the earth stood still kind of moment coming up here or something? Because this is that kind of distraction. I mean, is there going to be another 9/11 next week? Is the stock market going to crash? I mean,
are you ready for a crazy one? And I'll tell you what some videos are saying. October 3rd, they're doing the test of the national broadcast deal.
That's the least likely, I think. But go ahead.
Okay, never mind. Okay, well, you didn't heard it then. It's not a shocker.
I ain't heard it.
Go ahead. A lot of people probably haven't.
Maybe you heard something different than I did, HD. Let's hear your side. You're the accuser. Let's hear your side of the story.
No, I just don't think the October 3rd national alert thing is going to be hiding anything.
The conspiracy was, I'll go ahead and throw it out there. The conspiracy was that they're going to send out a presidential message on October 3rd that temporary martial law is going to be in place till they get all these people that are traitors arrested and blah blah blah. So just
is that Q? Is that Q on?
No, I don't know. I didn't see it on Q. I don't want to piss it. I don't want to piss anybody off.
Hey, I don't want to piss. Them motherfuckers are in. They're like, that's a long shot, bro. That's
I don't know what. I don't know what the plan.
That's desperation. That's Auschwitz.
I don't know what the plan is, but I need to know the plan before I can trust the plan. I don't know what the plan is.
Well, I'm going to tell you, okay? It's not about martial law. Have you ever read the Stephen King book Cell? So when they send out that national alert signal, it's going to turn everybody into crazy mind-eating zombies.
Oh,
so turn your phone off on October 3rd. Do not answer anybody.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. I'll probably be at work.
Camping for the day?
I'll be at work, actually. I have to use my phone.
Hey, I got that from a very secret source.
Hey, let me tell you, if Jesus Christ came back as an FBI agent, if the head FBI agent in charge, would you go along?
Hey, Tony, when are you going to send me some edibles, man?
Whenever you're ready. I had a buddy, actually, he sent
yesterday. I was ready yesterday. What do you need, cash? You need me to send you some cash?
I'm going to send you edibles. I'm going to send you like a vape and fucking get out of your mind.
Dude, I'll tell you, I don't even like those fucking cartridges. There's not enough in them. The fucking things evaporate, or I smoke them too fast. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I've been running through those motherfuckers like crazy.
We got good ones out here, dude.
Oh, dude, I just finished off a fucking Girl Scout cookies, 95% with 3 THC and 3 CBDs. So,
how much was it? What was it? How much?
Let's see. It's 96.9% THC and 3.02% CBD.
Was it a little half-gram cartridge?
Gram cartridge, but fucking, it's actually like 3/4 of a gram cartridge, but the motherfucker just goes too goddamn fast.
I'm sorry, but I can't even relate with what y'all are measuring and all that stuff.
First world problems. But that's that's the funny thing. When I was arguing out front of the thing with the guy, I was like, the dude's like the attorney general right now, right? Isn't he? That's the AG.
Kavanaugh's no, he's on the Supreme.
No,
he's on the DC District Court. Kavanaugh's on the DC District. Yeah, he's in the DC District Court of Appeals.
No, the dickhead out here.
He's talking about Laxalt there.
Yeah, Laxalt. The guy was saying that fucking this guy, when he became governor, he was going to come after the dispensaries. And I was like, he could just already do that right now. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, why would he? Isn't it legal in...
Yeah, it's legal. Not only that, he was just out there pitching all types of lies. He was like, yeah, Adam Laxalt made it so tourists can't buy weed out here. And I was like, what the fuck? That's fucking half of this. If you go in there right now, half of the people, maybe more, all have out-of-state IDs. Like, who are you? Like, who is believing your shit is my question. I'm in this middle.
Tony, weren't you outside the retail weed store, not the medical weed store?
No, there's no medical out.
They're all
here.
the same.
Yeah, there's no.
They get away with the medical, and they just come out with the regular retail. So
the only thing the medical card does for you out here is it gets you to the front of the line. That's the only thing it does out here for you.
Doesn't even give you a discount,
and you don't have to pay the tax. You don't have to pay the recreation tax. You pay medical tax, which is way lower. So that's all the card does for you.
But there's still a medical tax?
Yeah, it's low. It's low. It's real.
Yeah, but see, that's the funny part about it, right? You're like, oh, being I pay the retail tax, the medical tax is so low. The fact that the medical shouldn't be paying a tax at all, well, that's besides the point.
Trust me, I understand. But the fact, my whole thing is the fact that somebody is believing all these motherfuckers' lies. You know, like that's what the job of the subversives is to do. I mean, how can you even tell what's real and what's fake anymore? As far as like the soap opera up on the hill, right? I don't know what's real and what's fake anymore, but I do know what's real and what's fake right here in practical application or whatever fucking Podemsky likes to say, is that everything that I hear from these people when they're getting paid to walk around, they're not even informed. They're pitching some line that they got from I don't know where the fuck, their handlers or whatever, and they're pitching this line, and it's like you start talking to them, and this fool just started smiling. And then his girl came and put a girl, not his girl, because he was like transgender or something. A girl came and put her hand on his shoulder and was like,
he was a guy.
Come on, it's okay, come on. Like basically like he was a computer and he shut down. And
well, are you sure he wasn't retarded or autistic and just, you know?
Totally, no, dude. He totally had the ability to comprehend something. He just, the fact that somebody who is walking in to buy weed, like, can't have a brain, you know? Like, I always hate, I've argued this for, what, 7 years we've been on here? I've always argued the retarded stoners or the stoners. I mean, get high and expand on your mind and let your fucking thoughts flow. Don't be this stereotypical movie, you fucking get high and then you just can't compute. You know what I mean? And so that's what
I do.
When you're walking up into that place is, well, he's fucking dumb. He's old enough to vote. He's probably not a felon because he's, you know, I mean, everybody smokes weed, but I'm just saying, I don't know what they're running through their mind. But they throw those little things out there and plan on you being a leftist. They're there with an agenda. They're not there they're not there for voter registration. Voter registration.
I love dealing with people like that. And you get the advantage of going to the weed store, right? So they think, like you said, they think they got a soft target, you know? It's fun.
They think they got a teammate, a brethren in arms.
Man, so you need to bring
a resistor.
You need to bring a fellow stoner shooter, right? Thinker, right? Because I know, you know, we know plenty of them. You need to go find another one with long hair and looks like a hippie. Believe me, some friends of mine, they look so hippie, it's not even funny, but they're so conservative or libertarian, conservative libertarian, let me say that, let me put it that way. They're even tighter, right? Not only do they want the government out of everything, they want them to, you know, they want to be able to keep every penny. You know, they don't want to, they're very conservative people in general. But you look at them and you think they're hippies. That's why I love wearing tie-dye shirts, band shirts, you know, because I have tons of people coming up to me thinking I'm one way, and I'm the exact opposite. So
I can't add to the conversation because I ain't never been in a weed store. Don't reckon never been by one.
But when you come out west, I'm gonna take you by one. You ain't gotta buy
nothing. That's what I need to be just like Disneyland.
You ain't gotta buy nothing, but I mean,
if they got different weeds, if they got different weed stores like Disneyland, SeaWorld, Universal Studios, and all that, I mean, is it?
But with a happy,
no, it's more like a candy store.
No, it's more like a massage parlor because it has a happy ending.
Oh,
yeah. But you know, to me, it's really not that big of a deal. It's a liquor store for fucking weed. So what's the big deal, right? But they think they're getting, you know. I just love when people make assumptions. You know, like you're a stupid stoner, right? But I'm so far from a stupid stoner, you know.
But that stereotype, but that at the same time, like I'm saying, that stereotype is not there for no reason. That stereotype fits probably 75% of the people that smoke weed. I mean, maybe
no, I don't think so, dude.
I know really a lot of smart fools, but I know equally dumb fools.
I do too, but smoking weed isn't the thing that made them dumb. They were fucking dumbasses long before the weed game evolved, and they would have been anyway, right? And you know, you give them 2 beers, they're still as stupid as a fucking stone, right? Whether it's 2 beers or 2 joints, you know. Whereas you get somebody who, you know, the weed can help them creatively or focusing. Anyway, it's a dumbass argument, and that's all so many years of propaganda. Right? All that stupid stoner shit is propaganda. Okay? And yeah, you know,
they see you as the easy target. They can pitch whatever communist agenda to you, and that's the way it is. And I see it. I mean, how come? I mean, 2 things. I don't think the right tries hard enough at all. Like this dude Laxalt that's running, he's not trying nearly hard enough. Like, to me, if Sisolak loses the governorship, he's a real big loser, because it's like he's getting a softball toss right now. Like, Laxalt down here, I don't know how it is where HD is, but down here, that motherfucker, there's a no Laxalt zone. There is nothing. You don't see a billboard. You don't see fucking little posters. You don't, I mean, you might hear a radio ad, and I don't have.
Isn't Clark County part of California? I don't even think it was still part of Nevada.
Pretty much. But I mean, to me, that's my thing. Like, right. The way the Democrats, like, the unions are going to be knocking on your doors for the Democrats, especially the culinary union. They're going to be banging down your door. You'll tell them to go away, they'll come back. You know, you have to have this fucking conversation with them all the time, chase them off as communists, you know, and it's like, just because my name ends in a fucking vowel, you know, like, I gotta have fucking, you know, like, there's another stereotype, you know, I don't know.
Right.
It's just crazy. But what do you do? Like, I'm not sold on voting anymore at all, so I'm not trying to pitch voting to nobody. I'm just saying, if some dickhead starts talking to me about that shit, I'm still going to defend my position. But as far as
look, I'm still voting. Okay, I still say vote. I still say, if nothing else,
because then I don't have no reason to bitch. If I don't vote, then I have zero reason to bitch. Basically, that's all.
I'd say go vote angry, right? So go vote pissed off. Go vote against people. Fine, that works for me. You know what? Vote for somebody you don't even fucking know. You know.
Anybody without, you know, no D's next to their name. D's is for dickhead.
Shit, if I went back, I remember ranting, shit, had to be like 6-7 years ago about this. Vote them all out. Change every single one of them. If they're already in office, vote out every incumbent in office. I don't give a fuck if they got a D or an R.
You know, right? what D stands for? D stands for Democrat ISIS.
I just call them demon rats, but that's besides the point. You know, but seriously, I mean, you know what? If the only way we're going to get a government that works is to first break it, right? So we got to get rid of all these fucking people in office, and then have their staffs gotten rid of, and then they can start getting rid of the fucking people that are in all these fucking deeply entrenched in all this bureaucrats.
Like, instead of getting rid of the people, how about getting rid of the positions? How about just how about getting rid of all this bureaucracy bullshit? All these levels and these checks and fucking this, that, and the other. You know, all these agencies are supposed to be there to check one other agency and check this person and check that person while they run willy-nilly, you know? How about just doing away with it? Like, okay, if the leftists want to get rid of ICE, let's see them
Planned Parenthood.
Let's yeah, right. And
wait, no, that's not a good deal, because Planned Parenthood's not a government agency.
Yeah, but we still paying. Money.
That's small potatoes, though.
All right, how about this? How about this?
Getting rid of ICE, we're getting rid of BLM. How about that?
Yeah. And raise them Planned Parenthood. How about that?
Yeah, my name is Saints and Sappers, and I approve this message.
That'd be a bonus. And then we'll just, you know what I mean? We'll raise the stakes after that. We'll start trading with the left. Agencies they want to get rid of, agencies we want to get rid of.
We'll cut overseas military spending for Planned Parenthood. That's not a problem. I'm with you.
Yeah, what else do they want? They want ice gone, right? And they want what else do they want gone? I'm trying to think. What do leftists want?
Well, they don't want anything gone. They just want control of it to push their hyper political agenda.
Well, whatever else they want gone, I want ATF. I call ATF. I want it gone.
Right.
We got trade and barter though.
DEA too. DEA gone.
It's gonna be windy outside of town, man. I'm trying to go outside of town right now. I'm trying to get out of
windy tomorrow, like really bad tomorrow, everywhere.
Damn.
So I got a question for you guys, and this is an honest one, okay, and more of a non-political one. Let me put it that way. That's why I said honest, because everything about politics is so fucking dirty these days. Anybody use bayonets anymore? Does anybody ever train with a bayonet? Anybody practice on blades and that kind of stuff? And for in case of emergency situations.
No, but that'd be cool.
Maybe.
It's an honest question, because not only. Look, I'm not a combat fighter, blah blah blah. But do you ever just, sometimes, I don't know, practice with blades? Including the one that's on the end of your rifle.
Right. It would be a good something to practice on. I haven't done it in a long time.
Yeah, I started fucking around a little bit on some old mattresses, and it was kind of fun. So I'm asking, and because let's say there is a zombie apocalypse, right? With real zombies, not just the ones that are walking around today looking at their phones. It would be an effective method of quiet killing.
It's been a while, but we did have like 4 layers of blue jean material pulled tight, and seeing how hard it was taking for a Gerber Mark II to just stick it through there. But
you really, man, that's a classic, dude. A Gerber Mark II. I had 3 of those. Busted the tips off everyone. Damn it! But very useful knives. Man, that's a classic, and you're still cutting one of them up. Do they still make those? Man, now I'm going to have to go on eBay.
I don't know. I've had mine for 20-something years.
Shit, the first one I bought was probably about the same time Kavanaugh was finger banging Ford.
That was a few years ago.
Yeah. Bought it on 42nd Street. Saw it in a window in this kung fu store. Great knife. What's your favorite blade there, HD?
I'm not much of a knife guy. I mean, I just stick with the basics. I've got my K-bar and I got a bayonet, and that's about it.
Hey, I got a good one, Mule. Hold on.
Well, I mean, do you carry a knife every day? Do you carry a pocket knife?
Yeah. Don't you watch my videos, man?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you carry more than, but practicing with knives and blades are more than just bayonets and fucking K-bars, right? I got a nice, fighting knife and, a couple of them actually. But the one that's on you when shit goes wrong is the one that's in your pocket.
Yeah, I just got a big 5 knife, a Browning. This one I got with right now. I just got one that works, I guess, I think.
Yeah, I got that charade you sent me, which is now in the pocket rotation, right? Which I love.
Right.
That charade, right? And then I got an AK-74 from Boker.
It's not a bayonet. It's not a bayonet, but my pops gave it to me.
That's a very nice knife. And yes, yeah, I mean,
look at this thing.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, that's my fighting knife's very similar, but mine's a quartermaster knife.
Can you see it?
Yeah, yours the case. Yeah.
Look at this motherfucker.
How many dots it got under the Case XX? How many dots it got on it?
How many dots?
Yeah, it's supposed to have it'll have dots on there. I guess it don't. I guess they quit doing that.
No, that might have been done before. When did your dad give you that knife, Tony? That one doesn't look very new.
Yeah, it's old.
I know they got 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, and 4 dot Case XX. You can look under. Don't y'all? I'm serious about it. I don't know if y'all familiar with that or not, but
there's a number on the back.
They put dots under the Case XX. Tell you how many times it's been forged or how many times it's been gone through the season, whatever.
I don't even know. I looked it up what kind of blade this is. I forget what it is, but this motherfucker right here, dude, this is some this is a cool little I forget who he said gave this to him. Somebody gave this to him and he gave it to me.
Well, it does not look like it's very new. It looks like it's actually kind of old. So I think that may be before the dot system from Case.
It may have been. Then again, they may not have put dots on fixed blades. They may have put them on shoulders only.
Dude, this thing is big, nice. And it's got those like the little serrations on the back so you can really...
Yeah, finger grooves.
Well, because that's more of a hunting knife. You're supposed to be able to skin something with that too. Or take a scalp, get that little bit of Indian in your blood, get that going.
Hey, I'll tell you something I do like, and I want to get a better one, and that's a freaking tomahawk.
Yeah.
We were talking about it the other night. We were talking about, I was saying like I want to get a hatchet.
That's what I told you too. Pick you up a heavy duty tomahawk. You can fight with it and you can cut with it.
Well, the funny thing about it, for me at least, you know who puts out a nice one right now? Eastwing. Eastwing's got a nice hatchet out.
I want 2 things. I want some USA shit, and I want a wood handle.
Well, no, Eastwing's 100% steel, and if you ever had an Eastwing hammer, you'd probably still have it because them fucking things never break, right? So they're putting out hatchets now, and they got a really nice roofing hatchet too. So.
Yeah,
and that thing works.
We did it.
It's a great all-around tool. It could take off somebody's head, and it can actually put it on your roof.
It's funny because we did a chat like way back, dude. It had to be like maybe 5 years ago, maybe longer than that. And all you motherfuckers were all going through your knives and shit. And I was like, I don't have no knives. Like, I'm not a knife guy. I think I might have had one knife at the time. It was the one that Jay Watt sent me in the mail. I might have had that when you guys were doing this chat. And I was like, yeah, I'm not really a knife guy. I'm still not a knife guy. But since then, dude, I got like 9 knives. I don't even I don't know how it even happened. I know I bought Kershaw, a Spyderco, and I bought another SOG, which I ended up losing. So I only bought those 3 knives. All the other knives I have were given.
I'll tell you, must have. Knives are great. Tomahawks are great. Axe are great. Tell you, must have multi-tool. You got to have a good multi-tool.
No doubt.
So how you feel about them Gerbers as expensive as they are?
Dude, I've got an original Leatherman, folding Leatherman tote. It's the original little bitty one when they came in that little bitty leather pouch.
I have 2 of them. I have 2 of them, and one of them sits in my truck, one of them sits on my desk, and I have a Gerber tool that I carry with me all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, is that so? You're saying that like $80, $100, $120, $150, $60. They got the different sets on them. Fucking.
Yeah, it's too much. You can pick up a nice Leatherman for $60, $70.
Yeah.
Oh, if you would about okay, all right. So don't go 60. Well, I got a janky one. I've had a Smith & Wesson one I bought at Walmart, and that motherfucker's lasted me. Actually, I just lost it just recently. I think I left it in the truck when they took my truck. But I had that motherfucker for like 7 years probably, and it was a janky old Smith & Wesson one from Walmart, and it was pretty good. The only thing that was wrong with it is it lost its little spring, so it didn't have like no spring grip. You just had to grab shit.
Well, the original, and Saints can tell you, those original OG Leatherman tool, while they're great, they suck too. You know.
I know one thing: the freaking knife blades are made out of so hard of stainless steel. It takes forever to sharpen one of them. But if you ever get one of them sharp, dude, it'll make hair jump off in front of the blade.
Wow. Yeah, I that's one skill I really need to learn is how to sharpen a knife. Because I've never gotten that blade that sharp, and it's always been a great. Those two Leatherman OG Leatherman tools have always been great. They've always, but
the only thing I've got that'll sharpen that Leatherman tool, and I carry it every day. I might not have a pocket knife on me, but if I got my belt on and I ain't going in somewhere where I have to go to a metal detector, I've got my Leatherman on. I sharpen it with a ceramic stick, and you have to have starting fluid or some kind of super cleaner to get the metal out to make the ceramic stick turn the metal loose. But you can take that one of those little white ceramic sticks, and you can sharpen that sucker up, buddy. You can shave with it. It just takes a while.
HD, I got your next video, and it'll probably blow all your videos away. Seriously, how to sharpen a knife. How to sharpen a knife.
There you go.
Oh, they're all over YouTube, man. There's a lot of good videos.
I know, but trust me. There's a fucking how many AK versus AR videos are there? And I got almost 1 million views. So
right.
I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there.
They put clickbait out there is what you're saying.
No, I mean show do videos like you do and fucking a good knife sharpening video. I know I'm gonna like it and share it. So you got one customer.
Well, it's got to be good first too.
Well, I got a block, and I'll watch your video when you get it up.
You get your knife sharp, take the bottom of an aluminum beer can or aluminum Coca-Cola can when you get your knife sharp, and very lightly drag that blade down the bottom of that aluminum can one time to pull all the feathers and the fine edge off of it, and that blade will last twice or 3 times as long before it gets dull. You pull that little bit of the leading edge off, and when it does finally dull that edge, it don't pull a big chunk off. It pulls just a little bit off because you've already gone down through there and seasoned that cutting edge to make sure that I don't know, season's a good word, but you gave it that initial brush to take all the feathers and stuff like that off the edge of that blade after it's been sharpened. It'll last 3 times as long. Stay sharp 3 times long.
Huh.
Man's a knowledgeable chat. Y'all write this down now. We might not remember it tomorrow.
I heard if you need to, I heard that it's pretty easy, not easy, but you can actually sharpen a knife pretty well off of just using window glass off your car. You set it down a little bit on that the edge that matches up into your window, the very top edge of the window, you can sharpen it right off of that.
Huh. Top of the window, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a YouTube video on it. Must be fucking true.
I don't doubt it. That top edge of that window is kind of like a ceramic stick is. You know, it's been ground. They grind it down.
Yeah, and that's what they were saying was the way it's tempered, the glass is tempered and everything. It really just helps draw that edge fine. And I was like, wow, I'll bust out a couple of windows trying to fucking do that, won't I?
They always told us you either need to a brand new cutting tool or a brand new knife or something like that. Unless it's a shaving razor, you need to drag it either over a real lightly, pull it over a piece of aluminum, or better than that, it's a piece of lead, because that lead pulls all the extra crap off the, you know, it's really, when you pull a knife through it, it's really sticky. I mean, you don't sit there and seesaw it, you'll kill your edge. You just pull it through one time to wipe that edge to set that first broken edge on it where it lasts longer.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I did not know that. I'm going to start getting more into knives because I tend to carry a knife and a gun everywhere, but I just know I have a few dull ones that could really use a good edge put on them. Maybe I should just ship them to you, Saints, and let you have some fun.
Well, I'm really not a knife person like freaking G Mango's got some knives that's $2,500 and $3,000 for a pocket knife, dude. I couldn't even carry it with me. I'd be worried to death.
Man, I'll tell you what. I was looking at one of the. I have such a hard time. I look at a $50 Spyderco and then I see a Walmart $5 special. And I'm like, there's not much of a difference to where I'm going to buy the $50 fucking Spyderco.
Well, that's like Jay Watt with his Randall, those Randall handmade Randall knives.
Oh my God! But that's a work of art, though. That's kind of a work of art.
They start at about brand new. There's like a 3-year waiting list on them. If you get a cheap one off eBay, they start at about $600, and they go up from there.
Yeah, but those Randall Sogs, man, they've been around since Vietnam. So that was like the king. That was the king knife of Vietnam. So
yep, buy one knife lasts you forever.
Yeah, so you kind of understand that, right? That's the kind of quality, handmade quality that it's an artist basically of the blade making it, right? So, but I'm not that guy. First of all, I ain't got that kind of money, right? And second of all, I'm not that guy. If I ever, buff the handle wrong, I'd fucking get pissed at myself. I buy, I'll spend $5 on a knife, and if it breaks, I don't give a shit. I'll go buy another $5 knife. I'm the same with guns. One of the reasons why I liked AKs for so long is because if your AK did break, if that was even possible, right? The next one was $300, So same with handguns. I'm not going to go out and spend, $6,000, $8,000, $1,000 on a handgun that, if I actually have to use it on anything other than the fucking range, it's going to get taken from me, and I might not get it back. So I keep my handguns within a range, that's reasonable. Not too cheap to where the quality sucks, but not so expensive that you're just paying for a fucking name. And I treat blades the same way. That's why I like a good cheap blade, but like Charade, good cheap blade. I just wish some of the shit was, and Kershaw, I wish they were still made in America like they used to be.
Yeah, Kershaw's I've always found those to be, seemed like those quality was always better than a lot of the others.
I remember when all these custom knife smiths came out after Rambo, that first Rambo, First Blood movie. He came out with that.
Here we go, traveling back to Kavanaugh's time again.
Well, they came out with that Jimmy Lyle knife. Jimmy Lyle Rambo knife, and that was the original. And then in part 2, they came out with some laser guided saw front, I don't know what it was, kind of knife. And it was so unpractical, Jimmy Lyle wouldn't even build it. So they had to get somebody else to build it.
I thought even the first knife was impractical and they shouldn't have built it. Those fucking hollow handles that everybody was enraged for all through the fucking 80s. I hate it. They're a shitty knife. You try and make it like a real knife, it fucking snaps off right at the handle because it's hollow.
Yeah, you got a full tang.
You remember Buck made one called the Buckmaster.
Yeah.
Buck knives. They made one called the Buckmaster that had the little spikes in it where you could do whatever with it. I don't know what you'd do with them little spikes. They really were rigged up backwards for my liking, but it had the little flip upside down compass in there, and you put your matches and chewing gum and tampon and condoms and all that in the handle. Oh boy. Yeah, it's what you need.
Yeah, try and use the knife and it fucking snaps off, and half of it's a shitty saw blade that didn't work, and the back half was a shitty or even worse saw blade that got caught on the thing when you were trying to pull the stroke out.
Those things bring a premium price right now. Those Buckmasters, the original Buckmasters.
Oh, I believe it. Everybody's nostalgic for the past, right? Look at these people in Washington. They're looking into people's yearbooks.
Right.
Shit.
Hey, real quick, I want to go on the side chat. We had Sonoran Desert Preppers out there. I guess he doesn't have a headset. He might have jumped in. But Jet, who are you talking to? Because I don't see. It looks like Jet is talking to somebody, but there's no.
I thought maybe he was talking to Nugs because Nugs seemed he didn't want to climb in tonight.
That's like 20 minutes earlier.
Yeah, well, they keep retracting messages. And Jet, I was going to let you know if you wanted to link to somebody's channel, all you got to do is click on whatever they're talking to you from on the side chat, and it should take you right to their channel.
I know we've been having problems though. Like I've had it happen in a couple chats where somebody won't show up to somebody in the room. So I just wonder maybe somebody's out there he's talking to that we can't see.
Right. I haven't seen anybody in a while. So the side chat kind of went even though there's like 13 people out there, it says side chat's kind of quiet.
Looks like he's talking to himself. So whoever Jet's talking to, give him a link to your channel.
Right. Or say something so we can all see who the hell he's talking to.
Yeah, Sonora, thanks for checking in.
Are you guys shutting it down?
I know who's watching. That little guy that Tony pushed down took his weed at the dope shop.
Tony, tell him check out the chat.
Are you shutting it down? Are you shutting it down, AC?
What are you talking about? Why are you hearing things why are you talking about things you didn't hear?
I can't hear it.
It's got the rock and roll going on, trying to hear what's
Can you hear me?
Hey, pay attention.
I heard you were doing shout outs. I thought we were going out. I didn't know.
We were just wasn't shouting out, just talking about Jet out there.
Who the fuck's Jet? Joan Jet?
Jet 001, man.
Jet Black?
He's a fellow in Nevada and he's up here by Reno.
I'm reading this and
have y'all got legal weed shops in Reno?
Yeah.
Wow, how about that?
They probably got the supposed.
No, I find both.
They got the best weed because they would just be a little hop, skip, and a jump over to Cali, even though that's not technically legal.
Just does that inside of the building.
That's crazy. You know, that's still highly illegal around here.
Oh
no, and when Trump trumps that federal law, we'll be better off. That's all I'll say.
I mean, they still got some stakes down here with wood piled up around them and tie ropes to tie you to the stake and burn you when you get caught with it.
Where are you, Texas? No. Yeah, even though it grows some of the best weed in the fucking world down there.
Asom Hills, Georgia. Asom Hills, Georgia, world famous.
Just saying there, buddy. You know, a lot of people don't mind being that threat of being burned at the stake, getting caught because they figure they're just going to pile all the weed around them so they can go high, right?
Nugs is out there.
Yeah, he's been out there for a while. He won't jump in for some reason.
Oh, it's because he's gay.
Oh, okay. As long as he admits it, right?
Yep.
But he's only gay for Trump.
Usually he comes out of the closet about 11:28.
Oh,
look, he's
minutes.
He's only gay for the Cheeto head.
He's gay for Trump.
Hell yeah!
Fucking mules over there, like you guys all gonna have a three-way, aren't you?
Click on the Mule Team 66. It'll take you right to my channel.
Y'all are gonna have a mule team going. Trump.
Yeah, Mule doesn't do videos anymore, so you might as well not even waste your time.
Yeah, really, not really. Yeah, you know what? And I even stopped putting up like my grandkid videos because too many fucking pedos out there these days, dude. I'm just.
Oh, that's scary, right?
The only time fucking Mule puts up a video is to talk about Trump.
Hey, I can still say I told you so.
Hey, I got your next video, Mule. I'm still enjoying the Joker card being the Joker that I voted for.
Well, that was the last one, so
till next month. Till next month.
Yeah, exactly. Till next month when I say exactly the same fucking thing. He keeps throwing hand grenades everywhere, man. You know, fucking Trump is, I mean, it just amazes you, right? This fucking dude can't stir up. You think the pot's stirred up, and then he fucking tweets something, and it just goes, people lose their fucking shit, you know? And it's just so fun to watch. I mean, I can't lie about that. Well, it's horrible to say I'm going to laugh as America burns. That's what's going to happen. Because even that shit show that was up in Congress that kind of makes me angry, the fucking futility of it all made me laugh as well.
for what it's worth, I think if Trump doesn't get his boy elected as a justice after he says, oh no, we're not even thinking of enough choice, and it may be a game. I think if he really did want to get him in there, he'll be a little bit salty about it if his boy.
Oh no, you want to hear something better? Here's what I hope: Kavanaugh doesn't get in, right? The chick gets in instead, but Trump finally gets Sessions to take a walk, and that motherfucker puts Kavanaugh in.
Dude, that may be the 3D chess. Hell, Trump and them may have got that woman to write that letter to Dianne Feinstein so they could bump Kavanaugh and put that Barrett woman in. You don't know.
Oh, the conspiracy goes deep.
Look, I've been saying it. Yeah, I started out the night like that, Saints. SHD. That's the way we started this night with 20D chess on fucking Trump's part. On this was all a fucking this. He's a sacrificial lamb, so he can get that chicken smooth and simple.
I mean, that was just something off the cuff right there. But I'm trying to look down every road there, make sure Uncle Bob ain't flying out there 90 miles an hour.
Look, that's what I like I said, man. That's what I said very beginning of this. That's what I think, that is a distinct possibility that could be going on because the fucking Joker is doing that. I mean, look at the shit that he constantly exposes. Look at the shit that gets put up around and the lies spread that people get called on, and then you now know that's not a good source anymore because it has an agenda that isn't lined up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just amazing to see. Now, whether he's doing it on purpose or it's just fucking happening, I don't know, because of the chaos that swirls around this fucking Cheeto-headed fuck. I mean,
Cheetos get a bad name around here. What's up with that?
Well, because there's
Trump, man. I don't see how a whole base built on not making fun of people because they're either fat or fucking skinny or transgender or whatever gets off that's their only attack is his personal appearance.
Do you think Trump gives one fuck about what they?
I know he doesn't.
Look, he sleeps next to Melania and still has the balls enough to go have fucking Stormy blow him too. He don't give a shit. He don't give a fuck. All this.
He's probably not running around like that no more. I mean, the allegations are all fucking when he was a little bit younger. But
what? Come on, look. All I'm saying is he doing it right now? Who knows, right? Probably not, because there's just too much limelight. But I'm saying he don't give a fuck. He's still that dude from Queens, and he just don't
you're fucking billionaire. Is there faithful billionaires? I don't know any. So
no, they just angry old white men. Just angry old white men doing it.
Yeah, they probably marry a chick, right? A billionaire probably marries a chick and says, "Look, I'm a fucking billionaire. You're gonna look nice on my arm." They gotta have a prenup, right? Unless they're really stupid. So in the prenup is like, hang on my arm, look nice, you're gonna get a cut, but I'm gonna fuck all the bitches I want, Yeah,
but that's when it's like Melania, the third, fourth wife, right? So the first wife gets, the I love you to the end, baby, and we're gonna build this empire together, and very few of them stick around. Some do, though.
He probably told Melania the deal from the. I don't know, man. He probably told her that.
Dude, Melania's a fucking look. Melania is no different than a fucking mail order bride. It's just she was mail ordered from a fucking fashion magazine out of Slovakia rather than anything else. Props to her.
She ain't stupid either. You know what I mean? So
she can't be. Donald Trump. Do you really think that she fell in love with Donald fucking Trump? If she fell in love with anything about Donald Trump, it was the power. If you ever followed Donald Trump back in the day, he wasn't the fittest fucking guy by the time you met Melania. He wasn't out there, pulling a daily regiment. His daily regiment was Diet Cokes. You know what I'm saying?
He's a pretty good catch in that world, though. I mean, he'd be a pretty good catch, because, man, he's in that uppity
Well, he was a playboy. He was always a playboy. He was always a little player back there. When he was a New York guy and he played it, you know. Then he played TV. Once reality came out, he became the reality TV guy. And now he's the fucking president of the United States. You want to talk about a rich to riches story. Because you can't call it rags to riches, right? It's rich to riches because the motherfucker was born with the literal platinum spoon in his fucking mouth. But he's still a guy from Jamaica.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. You know, they say Kavanaugh's sweating. I'm gonna tell you somebody else I think sweating bullets, and I know this is derail, but that's Rosenstein, because he was supposed to have a meeting with Trump this week or last week.
This week, Trump postponed it because of this Kavanaugh bullshit, supposedly.
And Mark Meadows said that he resigned a week earlier, turned in his resignation. So I bet he's sweating bullets right now too. And I think, here you go, you're ready, conspiracy. I think Trump's going to do 4D chess with him too.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to do time, or you're going to work for me in here and help me dig his rats out. Now, that may be far-fetched. That may be too Captain America to be true. But
I don't know, man. Roll on people. Look, he took Comey's pension. That shit ain't going back, right? Now, he got $1 million or whatever from the fucking book deal, and if he invests it right, and I'm sure he'll be on talk shows for the rest of his life, so he'll be fine. But to these fucking bureaucrats, that pension meant a lot, right? The honor of getting kicked out of the FBI is not at his top end of the career, doesn't bode well.
And nothing has been said about Uranium One, and they're investigating that, or they said they were, but nobody has said anything.
Well, I don't know who's investigating what. What is the FBI doing? Investigating everybody in themselves at the same time?
I don't know. I got muzzle swept, I think.
No, I'm just asking a serious question. Who's doing all these investigations we keep hearing about and the event? Okay, so from what I heard with this Comey thing, everybody wants the FBI to investigate all this shit in 1 week, right? Like we said, they can't invest. They still don't know what the fuck the motive was behind, or they do, and they're not going to tell us the motive behind.
That's what they say, Mule. They know. They just ain't tell nobody.
Yeah, they just going to tell nobody for about 100 years, right? Because this is all tied in, right? Turns out that the deep state had more. Trump was just their giant what the fuck moment, right?
I wonder if they did throw him. I wonder if they did throw Kavanaugh. I wonder if they did throw Kavanaugh to the wolves to get her in, because Feinstein didn't like her. Feinstein told her, how was it? She said that your morals are your
offensive.
dogma. Your dogma is ingrained in your something. In other words, she didn't like it because she was Roman Catholic.
Hey, what's the memories and calendars part?
The whole sideshow.
What's up, G Mangos? Sorry.
Somebody remember something from 35 years ago? They never charged them for anything until today, and some guy brings a calendar out from 35 years ago. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, isn't Bill Cosby going to prison for like the rest of his 5 years?
It's like 3 years minimum or something.
Yeah, no, he's going away for like 30 something, but he's gonna live for about 5.
No, his sentence was like 3 to 10.
Yeah, but they just said it the other day that fool's gonna do like 30. He's gonna go to retried or try something. Something's going on. That fool's gonna do 30.
It was only 3 to 10 on his sentence, so.
Well, he won't probably live that long anyways, regardless. But I'm just saying, like.
Hey, I heard his first meal in the county jail was pudding.
Oh. Oh man.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, the statute of limitations didn't run out on Bill Cosby. So
no, see what's happening is they're constantly moving the bar, right? So now they're saying there is no longer statute of limitations on anything that a woman wants to accuse a man of, basically.
That's crazy, right? Can you imagine, like, just getting a letter in the mail?
Oh my God, dude, I'm so fucking sorry.
Hey, LaWanda from back in 1985. We're like, what? Who? Where?
I still don't get how Bill Clinton's walking around if Kavanaugh's getting all this heat.
Well, does anybody? And don't you think everybody sees that kind of hypocrisy, right? When, especially when Juanita Broadwick goes on fucking Fox and says the same thing.
Kavanaugh had more shit cracking. He didn't look like a fucking goofball like Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton.
Kavanaugh wasn't the governor when he did it. Clinton was.
But I'm just saying, Bill Clinton had to rape chicks because he had to rape chicks. I mean, look,
dude, they ain't got nothing on Kavanaugh. I bet they got 3,000 different news people calling everybody he knows, everybody he went to school with, digging through yearbooks, looking up numbers, knocking on doors, and they can't bring nothing out. The guys, they're not gonna find nothing.
They already look. A lot of his friends have already come out and said that, Saints. That a lot of old friends, people that went both. Everybody's gone to high school with or college with, because these are real people, right? They got LinkedIn accounts, that not just a Facebook account, and their real fucking names, right? So they've don't get
the, since they're on Trump's side trying to get Trump's man in. Are they going to get the Flynn treatment? Are they going to get the Reince Priebus treatment? Are they going to catch him in a lie and put him in, try to find, do them like they did Trump's people? Are they going to use that tactic on them?
Yes.
Anybody they could throw up there.
Man, think about it. What they did to them guys.
I mean, but it's so opera, though. You know what? This is what I think, right? Fuck them. Fuck the guys next door to them, up above them, and below them. Fuck all of them. Put whoever they want up there and have whatever sideshow you want to have up there. Fuck your laws and fuck your unconstitutional bullshit. You can pick any dickhead out of the mud. I don't care where you pick them from, out of fucking school or fucking out of fucking some hole. I don't really care. Fuck your laws. Fuck your fake-ass legislation. Fuck your Supreme Court picks. I don't give a shit. Fuck them all, dude. When it comes down to it, everything they're going to do or whatever interpret in the future is going to be some infringement. So fuck all of them, I don't need to adhere to none of that shit. Let all that shit roll downhill and let it slide around a nice little fucking invisible force field around my property. Fuck them.
Boy, I feel better after hearing that.
I just don't care, man. If you don't comply, I mean, I guess we're all still doing the taxes thing. I guess I'm not like in total fucking non-compliance, but I don't know, man. As far as anybody, it's starting to be like when I was a little kid again and I heard the fucking radio and I heard the politics and it was womp, 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 fucking Charlie Brown voice bullshit. Fuck all of them. They're all fake.
Tony, one thing you can say is, you didn't watch the earlier part of this because I went through that same rant about an hour ago.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I was at Outback. HD didn't tell you?
No, you're at the weed store beating up on a fucking commie.
I went to Outback Steakhouse before I got there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you ate your steak, you went to get your weed, and that's probably about the time I was doing the same rant as you were beating up on some fucking commie.
I was about to eat that motherfucker's soul. That's what I was about to eat for dessert. Fucking commie. My problem is this. What can any government bullshit or bureaucracy bullshit do for the common man that's on the ground that's going to fucking try to make his own lane and do his own thing, They're not going to do anything. They're going to put hurdles in the way. They're going to fucking make the fucking road real curvy and down fucking suicide drops off of cliffs. They can't make just an easy, nice, straight road. They can't be there what government's supposed to be there for, Make it nice.
What is government supposed to be there for, though?
I don't know. The lube when shit gets difficult.
No, I see. That's I've lost.
No,
I've lost.
I'm just being funny. I'm just fucking with
But I used to think you were right, but I don't any longer because there are examples that are working at least currently and have for a few years now of that not being true. Even minimal government is dangerous at this point.
Yeah, I mean, any fucking taking of our money for anything that doesn't somehow. I mean, I feel like I'm still okay with the borders thing, even if everybody hates me. I don't give a fuck. But I figure if you don't have, the borders, we don't have, if we don't have no, sovereignty, if we don't have no distinguishing fucking whatever you want to call it from the rest of the fucking shit pit we call the earth, then what the fuck? Why can't we? And why can't we even boast? Why can't we even stick our chest out and be happy and proud of it?
I am. I don't, and that's the beauty of it. See, I don't live anywhere near people from California or New York. If they drive through here, they're very quiet and low key, because if the blue-haired people look around scared, waiting to get jumped or something. I don't know. It's funny, but
yeah, but I'm cool with not having any of them. I'm cool with doing away with everything. I mean, can we? I figure this part. If we're gonna get rid of government completely, I guess, and start over, whatever, can we still have our sovereignty? Can we still have a border? Can we still have people? I guess
it won't be a United States border. It'll be some other border, dude. It'll be a Western
state border. Give me a state border.
Yeah, but see, you'll be part of the California Confederation, so you're fucked no matter what.
I just want to block all invaders. That's all. That's all I'm at. Blocking invaders, blocking.
You can't. They're coming from California.
I know, but that's all I'm asking. Is that a lot to ask? I'm just asking.
No, you can't shoot Californians coming over to your fucking state because they're invading you more than any Mexican ever thought of.
I'm just saying, can we have a little bit state sovereignty at least? I'll settle for that. Can we have some state sovereignty? Is that all right? Can we have
not according to the people that are not according to the next governor of the state of Nevada.
Can we chase all these red coat faggots back to California?
Not according to the next governor of the state of Nevada. You can't.
Oh, hey, bet. Check me this time next year. Bet.
I'm just saying.
Bye. I had a plan to get out of here anyways, but fuck him. Fuck all these guys. Nevada sucks, man. Nevada is such a wasted, spoiled opportunity, especially if it goes to the Democrats. It's such a fucking wasted, spoiled, dickheaded asshole move to do that. I mean, go do it to the rest of the country, I guess. But to do it to Nevada, it's like, really? Fuck,
What
man.
do you think, HD?
I'm sorry, I was distracted. What? I was having a sidebar conversation.
Your next governor.
Oh, it's a sideshow. Unless we get Bundy, we're screwed.
Okay, so I have a serious question then. Do you think Bundy has a chance? Seriously? I mean, here,
people are never going to buy it. No, he's demonized. It's obviously not going to happen, but that's the only way we have a. I mean, it is what it is.
You know what?
We're getting the corporatist or we're getting the socialist.
Well, hold on a second, buddy.
In Nevada with money.
Okay, now I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to say I know your state better than you, but I'm just going to remind you, this sounds very much like another underdog argument I heard that, demonized, pussy grabbing,
Yeah, but you got to spend some money. I mean, I agree, but you got to spend some money. These motherfuckers.
Is he spending any, or are they just not taking his money to let him spend it? Is the question.
You talking about Bundy?
Yeah.
Well, he's raising money, but it's still like it's nothing compared to what Sisolak has. Sisolak is probably going to spend more than $1 million.
Okay, but let's you do again. I can pull up numbers and showing you that it doesn't always take. I mean, look at how fucking Hillary Clinton spent $1 billion.
Sure,
to buy the presidency,
but the media is not helping, and it's an uphill battle.
Again, well now, okay, so maybe
nobody, your 80% Republican side is not going to switch parties and vote for him.
You have to have every.
That's fair enough. So he's not the Republican branded name, which is what helped out Trump a lot, right? So okay,
you got to remember, Laxalt's dad was governor too. It's in Nevada too.
He dropped out or what?
Did he hear me?
No.
Yeah, I thought that was me. Actually, I thought it was me roboting again. I'm here.
No, he got clipped in, got clipped off of it.
The whole thing got clipped off. What do you mean? He was like, and the sky is.
Tick, tick, tick.
Yeah. Yeah, if you could repeat.
Hey, one good thing about Bundy running, he's going to tell people things that they need to know that the other candidates are not going to mention.
But they're not letting him in the debates either. It's not like people are listening to him. I mean, it's great what he's doing, I think, and there is people getting reached, but also it's not helping them in the big picture. Because I've talked to people that are, here on the, local, small level politics who are just like automatically discount him. They don't even give it a second listen. They think he's all about, taking land from the federal government, and that's all his agenda is and stuff. And
you should, though.
Oh, well, no doubt. But I think that's his only focus is like to restore his family's property and stuff, which they don't even know the argument, because that's not the argument. You have to correct people when they say he never wanted the federal government's land. He wanted to graze on his grazing rights and get their water rights restored. It had nothing to do with taking land from the federal government.
Well, actually, but I think the stance should be not taking land from the federal government to give to the Bundys, but to give it back to the goddamn state and let the state control it. Because wasn't that his original argument? That he's pay the state.
That is the agenda, but nobody wants to hear that. They only hear take land from the federal government, so it must be going to him and his pockets to line. People have that automatic, self-serving attitude when they don't know the people they're talking about.
Well, and I do.
It's it's politics.
Yeah, the problem is he's not doing like that Sheila Jackson Lee was and passing out envelopes after the court case. So would handing people money. Did anybody catch that?
It's funny, and nobody's ever going to be able to prove otherwise, right?
No, I mean when you got a stack of envelopes, you walk around handing all the freaking head cheese. That's what he's got to do. That's what they want. That buys influence.
Actually, we know that happened for a fact in Congress many times. Didn't Moynihan write that shit in his book before he kicked off? I mean, that's not a surprise. Yeah, you're never going to know what that envelope was. It's either, it could have just been a fucking get well soon card, but it doesn't matter. It's always going to be an envelope full of cash.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Or something like it.
It was from my grandkids when me and Bill was on the
Tarmac, yeah. Yeah, we're all fucked, but the shit show sideshow keeps going on, right? Bread and circuses, and the circus was in D.C. as usual, right? That was gladiatorial combat at its best, but it was all verbal. And I still think that chick's fucking testimony was so disturbing to watch. Because like I said, I watched it. I didn't listen to it. I watched it. And it was really just a role. She was playing some kind of role, with this whole childlike attitude, thinking that would increase her trust or something. I don't know. Her believability.
Yeah, give me some big old giant glasses to make me look like a little kid, and I can talk like a little kid and act like a dingbat and talk to the freaking senior members of Congress with my hair in my face. It's like I'm You know, yeah, she's got mental problems, all right, and she's a professor teaching doctrine. Are you kidding?
Yeah, but you know, maybe, but she's a psychology. Maybe she knows psychological tricks that she was using to get her to make people trust her more or want to sympathize with her, so that way they would believe her more because they're
talking about this bitch. Are you talking about this bitch? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes.
This bitch is a fucking. She went to college to be an actress and to analyze actresses and actors.
That's what I'm saying. So she's using some psychology fucking mojo to fucking try and fuck with people's brains to get them to buy her shit.
It's the same thing when they pull some dickhead actor up on the hill and they're like, "We want you to testify." It'd be like an actor or an actress, and it's like, are you fucking serious right now? You're asking an actor.
Did you hear the numbers that she? Did you hear the numbers that she got paid? Were you in the chat?
No.
What I've heard so far, she got $900K up front, and then she got another $200K for security because she felt like her life was in danger. And then her GoFundMe today about lunchtime was up to $538K.
No,
Yeah,
her GoFundMe's over $1 million now.
Well, yeah,
Wow.
she was like, I have so many. She was like, I have so many GoFundMe's going on right now, and I don't know how I'm doing.
I gotta go look at Kavanaugh's.
Beat yourself in the face in the mirror, man.
Right? Cut your own throat.
Hey, if there's this much fucking cheddar involved, you know, somehow Kavanaugh touched me back in 1984 in New York. I know he had to be there at some time. I got to go check out his social calendar, figure out what day he touched me somewhere.
Hey, you know what that bitch should do? She should take that money and go jump in front of a city bus.
Shit, she's going to take that money and buy a new fucking place in California. What are you kidding? Actually, that won't buy you a good apartment in California.
That bitch needs to take that money and jump into a bathtub with a toaster. Fuck her.
Hey, Tony, she's going to take that money and buy a place out in Clark County. Vote there from now on.
That bitch could take that money and get fucking fed to desert tortoises. Fuck her. Fuck her. I don't even know her, but I just saw, like, I watched. So everybody, HD was texting me, Saints was texting me, all fucking pissed off. So I got home, I think last night.
Wait. I wasn't texting you all that.
I know. But I gave that bitch 15 minutes of my life, and that was 15 minutes too much. You know, her voice is like, fake.
Man, it would suck the freaking intellect right out of your head listening to her talk. I mean, you could feel yourself getting dumber by the minute as you're, you know.
Oh my God. Like, she's a SJW. Like, even the fucking, like, right-leaning older chicks her age are okay looking. She's not okay looking on any planet. I texted, or I posted some shit today, hashtag who'd rape that, you know? I'm just saying, man.
Get banned again.
Holy cow, dude. Man, you're going to draw some flack because you over the target, dude.
This just got demonetized. So.
Here you go. Wait, let me put it on the screen.
Well, can we segue real quick?
Go ahead.
So, did you guys see Alicia Clegg's channel got shut down?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Really?
They shut down her whole channel Wednesday night. I talked about it this morning in the morning chat. She's got a.
On yesterday or today?
What?
Is that why she wasn't on yesterday or today?
Well, I guess that would do it, right? Your channel's shut down.
Sure, I saw that she hadn't put out a video, but I wasn't like really. I don't pay that much attention anymore.
Right.
But it was curiosity, so I was like, oh, okay, maybe she's busy.
Why? What'd she get struck down for?
She was not exactly sure. They never sent her an email. They didn't tell her. They didn't give her. They didn't give her a warning or nothing. But she's got this other channel. I talked about it in the morning chat. I put the link in the bottom, so you can go check out that. But she's also on Minds and BitChute. She's moving a lot of her videos over there. The old, cause she's got all her stuff backed up for the most part. But you know, you want to talk about getting demonetized and shut down? Like that was just like out of the. Definitely know she's over the target when it comes out of nowhere like that, because it's not like she was a big channel, but she was growing, you know, and she was growing fairly quickly. She must have been hitting hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's why. Look, it's just not. And, you know, I laugh sometimes. I think about starting the Dragon again, but that shit you think can happen, right? Dragon's done.
Well, I mean,
You
you
know.
can start it up. You can probably go for a while. It depends. You know,
Yeah, Dragon will always be in our heart.
Dangerous, man. And the problem is you don't have this kind of format which worked well with the Dragon. This conversation right now works great, right, for us, right, and for the people I like in the Dragon, and as an open forum. There's no place else for it to work that has this kind of connective ability, right? Mass connective ability. You have 10 people in, right? You know, and for the length of time, right? We were broadcasting for 8 hours at times, and then we'd jump right onto another one for another fucking 4 if we wanted to. We'd go 24/7 if we wanted to. We had enough people going, right?
like
Yeah, and the Barbie deal, you know, 15 hours a day with Stinger.
Yeah.
We'd run a Dragon, then I'd run a drunk chat. So you'd have like easy 12-hour shift right there.
Well, we could have pulled that off, and you know what? What we did was fun, and there's no way in fucking hell you can get away with doing that shit again. And if you tried, you'd be shut down. Look at her. Look, Alyssa Clegg was not that bad. She was just telling truths and she was never vulgar. She was never vile. She never showed inappropriate imagery, right? She never played music. Yeah, you know, and they shut her down in a minute because why? She said some truth somewhere that really fucked with somebody, right?
Hey, I'll do you one better. TPP getting shot. I mean, I know she got the fucking foul mouth and shit, but think of how many years ago was that?
Yeah, it was like
exactly.
4 years ago.
That's
exactly.
Crazy. You think about that now, right? That person is damn near erased. As far as the internet goes, that person is damn near erased. The only remnants of that person is like us knowing of her that she did videos and shit, you know?
And she's still on Twitter.
I don't think she's on nothing. She's not.
No, she's not on Twitter.
Yeah.
She's been on Twitter in years.
If you Google her, I think a couple of people have uploaded a couple of her videos.
Yeah, there's some mirrored videos out there. I've seen a couple of them pop up here and there. They're, you know, that girl that followed her on Twitter, the Nina.
Yeah,
she like shares channels when she finds them mirrored sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. You put the cuss words in, you take the cuss words out. TPP gets banned either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The cuss words had nothing to do with it, right? Because
I mean, I've seen her we've done chats where both of us sat there and didn't cuss at all, actually. You know what I mean?
What?
They're just fuck yeah.
He's not fucking talking about me at all.
She dude, TPP was always super nice, man. And she's always asking how the kids were and all that shit, you know.
Tony, I agree. But what I'm saying is the cussing didn't matter. She didn't get shut down for saying fuck too many times or cunt, right? No. She got shut down because her political message was wrong, and the fact that she was still asking all the right questions and exposing all the right things, especially the ones we were doing locally, she got fucking shut down.
On top of that, though, she's an OG, triple OG. I ain't even seen no one even close. To me, I ain't seen no one close. I mean, maybe y'all seen somebody out there, but I don't know. I could appreciate what she did.
I appreciate what she did. I appreciate what a lot of people did. But you know what? This went from, and it's a business, right? when they started it, the internet was still very much outlaw, right? Very much fucking old Wild Wild West free balling, and
yeah,
in
but
doing so,
people's content is like, I mean, I guess it's fucked up if you don't back it up, but to disappear people's fucking work like on a platform you provided because, I mean, there's not even a clear violation of the rules. It's however they want to do it.
yeah, but it doesn't matter because, and you know, remember we had this argument many times over the Dragon. They can do whatever the fuck they want because they own this business. We sign the agreements. We post every time we post this shit. We're basically telling them it's now their property. That copy that we give them. If we don't back it up, it's not on them. It's on us, right? We gave them a copy of our shit and put it on their service, right? And we get to use their service to share it with the world if we want to. Right, so they get to shut us down whenever the fuck they feel like it. It sucks. It sucks it turned out this way because they didn't start it this way.
Cheers, AC.
Right on.
I'm on like my fucking 9th, so.
And the marketplace with places like Minds and BitChute and a couple of others are trying to open up something similar to this, and when they get there, maybe the Dragon will be able, or some similar thing that will happen again for me, right? But they're not there yet, and the rants, they get old and start repeating themselves.
Happens. There ain't gonna be nobody left, bro. There's 3 of us left.
Oh no, it'll start being a new audience. If you'll be starting new and fresh when you start something new and fresh. There's never going to be another Dragon, right? It's just never going to happen, right? The only reason why they haven't shut it down yet is because everything's fucking private now, and nobody can go back in and go look at our nigger show.
This is how I think about it. We haven't brought nobody on new since Saints and Nugs. We're not even like. I don't know. It's
HD's got a lot of people. Look,
it's not organic like it was. Like we was.
Hold on a second. And it was I disagree. I disagree, Tony. I think HD's got something organic going. HD's audience is different than ours ever was. He has way more
audience. I'm talking about bringing new people on the panel, spreading the panel.
Yeah.
Like how the Dragon. We had every clowning character from here to fucking Germany.
Sure, and I agree. We had some that were serving in Korea at the time that would jump in every once in a while, but HD's had new people on. Right, that's how I got to check out that chick Alyssa Craig. Was she ended up on HD's panel one time, and he. Shared a couple of her videos, and there was a new person, right? It happens all the time. It's just that our thing, the thing we had going, is over.
In a panel, we always had that. We always had that fucking panel, Now pretty much everybody's moved on. I mean, the HD probably does the most videos now, which
shocking, right?
Yeah, right. I'm definitely number 2, and then Mule, you're fucking like number 7 somewhere.
Dude, I hope I'm down to number 100, man. The only person that doesn't do, and that's the thing is,
there's only you, Nugs, and fucking Saints and
Bikes.
Oh, and bikes, yeah. G and bikes.
Yeah, I just do videos like you said. You laugh once a month. I come on, say basically the same shit, laugh, and go away, right? Because what is there to say anymore?
There's not. There's not.
I mean, first of all, as far as firearms and training and guns are concerned, I've come to the conclusion I'm not buying any new guns for a couple of years. I'm spending the money on ammo and shooting it, right? Getting better with my skills that I already have, with the equipment that I already have. I don't need new shit. I need to be better with the shit I have. So that's my plan, right? And that's what I've been doing. So, what interesting shit do I have? I have nothing flashy. And as far as what am I going to do? Sit there and suck Trump's dick all day because I agree with him?
Yeah.
That doesn't make a channel,
Yeah.
Hey, it's better than coming on my channel and doing it. So,
well, and I try not to, right? I bop in once in a while and say hello and take Quasar's spot, right? To be the Trump champion. But even doing so, I do it knowing that at any moment this guy's going to turn and do something I don't like.
Right.
And he's probably already has, and he definitely already has in places like Syria and in places like fucking Qatar. I'm done with us spending money and blood, but it seems the only way to keep the economy going in the world, right, is we have to give a certain amount of cash and a certain amount of blood.
Right.
So I'm not the happy-go-lucky Trump supporter everybody thinks. There's plenty of shit I do not fucking like. And it mainly has to do with continuing this military-industrial complex and bombing fucking innocent people. Memories and I just noticed the name of this. Memories and calendars. Wow, we went south of that, didn't we?
No, not really. I mean, we stayed on it. That was pretty much what the whole first half hour was about. First, we get back to it.
Yeah, no, because that's it's the same. The funny thing is this site shit show, the recent one, was the worst I've ever seen. So that's something new, But then again, these past 2 years, it's all been new because I've never. The whole time I've been alive, I've never seen anybody treat a president like this. Just taking the fact that it's Trump off the table and you just look at it like that. I mean, even Obama, while people were saying we don't believe you're American, weren't treating him this badly.
Dude, there is such a thing as Trump derangement syndrome because I have seen it.
I'm just saying, they weren't chasing fucking... there weren't, the Tea Party wasn't chasing Democratic fucking senators and congressmen out of fucking eating establishments.
I've never seen the news go around.
They weren't doing side tackles while they were mowing their lawn. They weren't shooting at them.
I've never seen the news go out in public and ask people what would happen if Trump was there, and they said I'd have to kill him. I mean, that's insane. 3, 4, 5 people,
Well, it's like Saints was saying last time or last week or whenever, Saints was talking about raise the flag, turn it upside down. It's communists trying to overthrow the government. I mean,
absolutely.
Like seriously, you've got them plotting on Twitter. There's screenshots on Twitter of these different groups like plotting how to do ambushes and how to, do basically insurgent tactics instead of, doing full frontal, assault type deals, like how to be smart about the whole thing. And they're talking about how it's going to be
talked about before, because
they're talking about going at the American people though, not going at the government, of course.
Right.
They're talking
but that's why I travel the way I do. I
bet.
Something that kindly sticks in my mind. These people, they're so extreme and they're so dedicated to their cause. I don't doubt they wouldn't suicide vest themselves to get somebody.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm serious. There's some of them that are that crazy.
Yes.
No doubt.
Look, they've turned this into a religion, They've turned that into a religion, and all they're seeking is power. This played out so many times throughout the 20th century. It was never, it even hit America, right? People don't understand what it was going on after the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia, right? Once that worldwide Soviets started kicking out those little red books, they were fucking all over. Where do you think we got unions from? To be honest, the communists have been here forever since they started that shit. So we've been fighting them forever, and they're getting closer and closer to the gates.
Yeah, them Democrats with the suicide vest on, it'd be like a unexploded round. You know, you'd have to blow it in place.
Well, you know, they did catch somebody out in fucking California with bombs and IED making materials that did not make even a spot in a pond. You know, wasn't even a pebble being thrown into a pond kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The big deal on my part is when are they gonna get to the point where some of them actually go to that level of, you know, whatever.
Yeah, they're looking to reestablish the weather underground in a stronger form. I mean, we're that close to 1968, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Throwbacks.
Right. But you know what? That's what it might take, you know, to be honest with you, to get any kind of real. The scary thing is the way it can go if they do start that shit. It can go. They can get exactly what they're screaming about if they're not careful, right?
If who's not careful? Where'd he go? He disappeared on us again?
Hey, I don't got no barracuda, but I got some coconut shrimp. Look at this thing. It's like a...
That's from Outback?
Yeah, it seems like a monstrosity.
What was he just talking? Yeah, Mule, you just cut out there.
Well, I was going to say they got to be very careful because they might get exactly what they're wishing for, right? They keep accusing Trump of being Hitler. They keep saying we're an authoritarian state. If they start fucking setting off IEDs on the American people, we're going to turn into one, and most of the people are going to willingly give it to them. I mean, look what happened in Watertown, Massachusetts, after the fucking bombing at Boston, right? Picture that on a fucking countrywide scale. If these fucking, I'm just gonna call them Antifa for now, right? Let's say some Antifa terrorist fucking starts doing IEDs in California, in New York, in Chicago, in fucking Houston, you know, any other fucking Democratic enclave, right? Well, the rest of the country is going to go, fuck that. We don't want them motherfuckers around here. They'll be begging to give up rights. Just like those people in Watertowns beg to open their fucking doors. Oh, yeah, come and check and make sure he's not under my bed for me.
It'd be like a person in prison begging to be raped. We're already on lockdown.
I'm just saying, man. I mean, think about it. People actually did that in Watertown, Massachusetts.
I remember. That's when we started this bullshit. I remember.
They opened the door to the cops and they said, "Hey, come in and check under my bed." I don't know if he's there or not. Right? Somebody could have come in my room, could have come in my house. I didn't notice. Right? I'm such a sheep that I sat on my fucking couch watching the news, and somebody could have come in my room and hid under my bed.
Couldn't sweep your own house, right?
Yeah. You know, so you don't think that wouldn't happen on a fucking nationwide level where people wouldn't be, you know, ratting in their fucking neighbor every 5 minutes? You wouldn't be able to buy fucking, you know, bug spray because it's too flammable?
Well, it wouldn't be nationwide.
Oh, it wouldn't be immediately.
It would be just regional, just like Watertown. It would be in certain areas where people would accept it.
But not if Antifa is as widespread as they try and claim, you know, and they start popping off different parts of the country. And then, of course, the authoritarians in our government that say, hey, that's a good idea. Let's help them out and do our own.
Yeah, we won't be allowed to that if it pops off like that. Well,
shit, they could even be the ones starting it. Remember the Occupy fucking San Francisco, or maybe it was after the shooting in the kid where that cop they exposed the cop and he was swinging his gun around, but he was there ready to start shit, ready to bust shit until somebody called his ass out and they surrounded him and he waved his gun around. So, you know what I'm saying? Is he still up, Colin?
Yeah.
Anyway, Yeah, it's like 218 here.
But he didn't do
All right.
And instead of doing it when he got home, he waited.
G Money out there. What up, G?
G, my brother G.
Is G out there?
Yeah.
He was.
Jump in. He can jump in on the if he got the key. He got the dealio right there. He can
Fuck,
jump in.
it's like 318 his time.
It's not showing.
G Money probably got 3 chats running somewhere right now though.
It's not. The last comment I see is like 30 minutes ago. Is there recent comments?
Is the chat that slow?
Do you see a recent comment?
The one that says cheers to all.
Cheers to all.
Tony hollering, shouting out G here an hour ago.
G Money.
Yeah, like seriously, Tony, that was an hour ago, 45 minutes ago.
Oh, well.
I was wondering.
Shout out anyway, G Money.
Right, right.
On mine it shows
That's why
that.
you got toggle timestamps, Tony, so you can see the.
Well,
Hey, how long has this been going?
Jet with a whole bunch of messages retracted. That's all I see. And then
Yeah.
comment.
Who is that? Is that Jay Watt doing that?
No, it's Jet.
Jay Watt to come in HD's chat and go, "What's up?" or something, and HD will talk
So,
to
hey,
him. Then he's
Let me ask a
gone.
question. What's with this retracted messaging? You can pull your message after you put it up?
The only
Because
reason
they
I do-
record it now. I
'Cause
guess
it pops up in the after the replay.
people
Oh, okay.
are conspicuous no more, I guess.
The only reason I do that is to aggravate Jay Watt. That is the only reason I do it. And I've been doing
Oh,
it.
that's you doing it?
No, I do it to Jay Watt. Every time
There's
he comes
lots
to
of
the
people that do
chat,
it.
and I
Yeah. Okay. So I have a question for you, HD. I noticed that there's a little wrench next to my name, and I'm in blue. So I'm imagining I'm a moderator.
Right?
So I can do that.
You can do what?
Message retracted or whatever
No, everybody
Spence
can
is doing.
retract their own message. You can block people though. You can shut people out of the chat and mute them and stuff.
Yeah, that's not me. So
I know if it. I mean, we've only had like 2 trolls in my whole time of doing chats. So
well, but you know how I used to. We didn't have moderators then, or if we did, I never knew. Right, so it was always just I'd let the fucking chat room eat the trolls alive, and they always did.
right, yeah, it's usually the way it's handled. We had one come in a couple weeks ago, and Truth Freeze put him in check.
well, I don't know. Every time you talk about South Africa, you got a bunch of thumbs down.
All right, yeah, that was a pretty hot topic there
They
for a
are
while.
chamber flags.
They were trolling by looking for something to thumbs down.
No, I don't have the black one.
Yeah, they're okay with that, huh?
Maybe somewhere.
Okay, they're okay with that going on out there, I noticed.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Right.
White people dying right here. It's nothing. It's actually racist that they're dying.
Yeah, they should be dying faster. And
Right.
look, man,
Exactly.
yes, we are. I don't know how fast it's going to be. We've been talking about it for years, but we're already. When you really think about it, we're already a world at war. It just hasn't hit our shores yet, not fully. You know, but it's gonna someday.
I still say when I had to bail out, when I bailed out, I'd throw a match on it.
Fuck yeah. Well, no, you know what? I got grandkids now. I just make sure there's enough ammo for them to pick it up as they're carrying on. You know.
If they, no shit. If they come in, and they're gonna take it. Go ahead and do just like Sherman did on his march to the ocean. Burn it down.
Oh, there ain't gonna be shit left of mine to be able to fucking burn down because it's gonna be burned into them. So, you know, as I always say, if you want my guns, you can have them, but they're gonna be hot and empty.
Well, I was talking about if you had like a 1,500 acre ranch or a 1,500 acre
Oh yeah, I don't have that kind of deal going, but I'd burn that shit down. So I don't blame you if you do.
And they're gonna come in and run you off of it and take it. Yeah, I don't believe I'd leave them much to take.
Exactly. Yeah, it's been kind of quiet over there the last couple of weeks. Like, I follow the guy on Twitter. There's still been lots of farm attacks, but like the government hasn't made any new moves, at least overtly, at least.
Oktoberfest is pretty damn good, I gotta say.
Yeah, that's a Sam Adams one you had, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the Sierra Nevada.
This shit is wow, dude. I could probably drink this until October's over.
Seriously. Maybe until I come out with Christmas ale. I like doing the Sierra Nevada seasonal stuff. It just bounces. Like, you get the Summerfest, you hit Oktoberfest, you hit the Christmas seasonal.
I like
there's like a break before spring, but
I like the Sam Adams over the Sierra Nevada for the Oktoberfest, but
you're not a real Nevadan, that's why. It's because you're a communist.
for that holiday one that they got.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Sam Adams has got. I like Sam Adams summer stuff too. They do that summer ale or whatever they call it. That's legit.
I've had a couple of them. I've never been a big. I like the regular Sam Adams or
it's good.
Oktoberfest, but otherwise it's Sierra Nevada or we got that Tenaya Creek here. Or
see, you're not a true Trump supporter, Tony. You do know that the Sam Adams supports Trump, right?
Man, y'all some
like Sam Adams. I switch it up, man. By the time I hit summer, I'm on to like fucking torpedoes or something. I'm fucking getting fucked up.
Man, y'all some hardcore beer drinkers, dude. I went and rode my 4-wheeler down with my Jeep buddies down on the river today, and I drank like one Michelob Ultra, I think it was, and one Bud Light, and I was buzzing like crazy on the way home. Man, I'm telling y'all.
It's good though, man. The news was doing a story out here, like locally the other day, and like, you know, either local beers and beers from around the area, you know, Southern California and Arizona. No, I don't think they're making beer in Utah, but
I don't think it's legal there.
Yeah, I guess all these beers are like outselling all the rest of the like craft beers are fucking kicking ass, you know, like American craft beers are.
Yeah, that Stone Brewery out in California is really blowing up.
Now I want to put a disclaimer out there. I wasn't driving on the highway today when I said I was driving my 4-wheeler tore up pretty good. I wasn't on the highway. I was out in the woods. I ain't gonna drink and drive. So
that Lagunitas or whatever, also they're fucking huge too. Is it Lagunitas or whatever it is? I think they're out of Cali too. They're fucking huge.
Oh yeah.
Stone, Lagunitas, Sierra, Hangar 24 out of Southern California, Tenaya Creek. If you can get some Tenaya Creek up there. Tenaya Creek is fucking something to be proud of.
I like that Deschutes Brewery stuff's good.
How much a 6-pack of that?
$7.99, $8.99. But I mean, dude, you're paying for like almost a 12-pack in that 6-pack. I'm not exaggerating. I mean that shit can be anywhere from 4.7 to fucking I've drank 11 point fucking done. I don't even remember what it was.
One of them beers damn drunk driving or a public intox.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You can do that. I don't drink at all anymore, but the past couple of beers I've had, last one was probably like last Christmas. And these fucking things these days, it was a 15 fucking beer. I drank it and I'm like, what the fuck was that? That's really good.
You could taste when it gets that high. You
taste the alcohol.
Alcohol, big time. But you know, I mean, I always think about everything sucks, right? Everything sucks, but this is a good time to be alive. I mean, the weed and the beer right now is, I mean, dude, it's flowing. I mean, we have some of the best weed we'll ever have right now. We have some of the best weed we'll ever have right now.
Well, think about this. All you need to do is give up your guns and sit on your couch, drink your beer, enjoy. Don't worry, government will take care of you. Haven't you heard they're starting to float this universal income idea out of California? Sounds really great, right? Everybody gets their universal income. That's not welfare, by the way. That's just universal income.
Yeah, but you got all these.
Just you spend it on the beer and the fucking weed, not on your rent and your kids and getting a better life and all that shit. You got to spend it on weed and beer.
Hey, there's plenty of other shit, dude. There's so many badass guns right now. There's so many badass Jeeps right now. Dude, there's so much awesome shit right now. Even though like everything sucks, gear up, get your good shit on, and prepare.
Well, a lot of your really good shit that you can get today is going to track you by satellite. But I did see something cool though. And I shared it over on the Facebook because I ran across it in my floats on the webs. And they're coming out with this new anti-drone camo fucking cloak for the Marines that they're going to be sending. I want some of those.
I saw you talk about that, yeah.
I think you need one of those there, buddy, and a few of them. Because like you were talking about on your shotgun, you're going to need at least 4 or 5 of them. Because,
Yeah.
You need one for the donkey when you're heading for the hills.
I'll have to look into getting some of those for us then.
I'm saying, I mean, if what that article I read was right, and I have it marked to follow up. If that shit's true, then that's a highly effective tool, right? Depending upon what kind of environments can be used in. Because these days, man, you know what? That eye in the sky is that people don't realize they're under camera. Once they want to start finding people, they can find you pretty fucking quick.
Hey, that's why you get everything like 96 and lower. Get your tractor a 96 and lower. Get your Jeep a 96 and lower. Get your AR-15 96 and lower.
What do you think they chipped your AR? Well, thank God. Thank God my AK was originally made in 1966 or 65. 65.
Fucking commie.
Goddamn right. Kill a commie for mommy, so now I got his gun.
I like the sticker Black Rifle Division has out right now. What is it? Stacking commie bodies for mommy or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I can't get a die commie scum fucking bumper sticker made. What kind of fucking world are we living in? I don't think.
I can't believe you can't find one already made of that.
I don't think HD's had this many F-bombs in a long time on one of his checks.
Regrettably, anytime you or I are on, he gets more than his fair share. And if me, you, and Rebel are on, he probably gets more than he deserves for a year.
You know what's funny though is like I had an interview in-house interview because I already worked for the company. I had an interview for another position, and I was telling my wife when I got home, and she's like, "You can't talk to people like that." I'm like, "What the fuck? What the fuck you mean?" I already got the spot, like pretty much, but it's just funny when I was telling her like how the interview went and how we talk and shit. I mean, dude, we spend 12 hours a day with each other. We're fucking. It gets pretty bad. That's all I'm gonna say. But it's kind of fit right in because I got that fucking sailor mouth. I couldn't have just said sailor mouth. Man, you ain't had a a barn burner though in a while. Where's everybody at? You got to get fucking Rebel in here.
Right? Nobody shows up on Friday nights anymore.
I tried. The link I use, the way I do it, I bounce it off of a conversation me and Rebel had about 4 years ago. And every once in a while, he bops in and jumps in. That's how we get him.
Debate.
Yeah.
Hey, Wild Iron.
Man. Oh, well, gents, time for me to go. My phone's dying.
Uh-oh, we just hit the call.
So, you guys have a good night.
Have a good one. Thanks for coming in.
Anytime, HD. When I'm up, I see the link, and I'm home. That's the big part.
Later, Mule.
Later, gents.
Later.
Mule.
There you go. Wild Iron. Fucking.
Glenn's in love, dude. Every time he puts a video up, he's got his honeys in there.
I ain't seen nothing from him. He's still putting up videos?
The last ones he put up is running around with that woman, chasing her around. There's doing a marathon somewhere.
A marathon?
Yeah.
Oh,
Man,
goodness.
I might have to check my subscriptions. I haven't seen him in a
Too
while.
old for that mess.
He's in that picture right there. See that picture you got going on?
It's been a while since he posted anything that I've seen.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the last thing I saw him post.
3 months ago.
Yeah.
Moonshine Trail Race.
Well, he was pretty busy this summer with that whole fire thing. I mean, that was right in his house backyard.
Pretty cool. I miss seeing him. He used to be down here a lot. We used to hang out a lot, man. He used to fucking be around. I don't know when's the last time. Thinking he hasn't been down here in a while because he would have called me.
I know he's got a big old place. What did he say, 300 acres? That's a lot of land.
Oh, yeah, that motherfucker had a monster truck when he came down here.
Right.
Good old days.
Anybody want to guess whether Kavanaugh gets seated or not?
He's going to get a life sentence for crimes he didn't commit.
I didn't believe that.
Right. Believe what you want to, right? I don't know. I find it hard. It's like you're saying if he doesn't get in, it's because they were using him to play 3D chess.
They may have
Why, they got somebody else lined up? Is that what they're trying to say?
Well,
Yeah.
One of his picks was that Barrett woman, and she went before the committee, and that's when Feinstein came down on her religious beliefs. You know, about the church and all, and Feinstein don't want nothing to do with the church. So
I thought Feinstein was growing a heart the last time I heard.
no,
That was false information.
It's more like the Grinch.
Might have been somebody else's, but it wasn't.
It was
hers.
shrinking.
Yeah, 3 sizes too small.
Yeah.
Wow.
How hot was it down there today, Tony? It was like 90 up here.
I was in a hot fucking building all day today, up on top of a blender and some screws and some other shit, and what are some stucco tanks, dude. It was like hell on top of earth. Let me check. It was hot, dude. I don't know what it was. Says it was only Well, it says today is going to be 80. I don't know what yesterday was. But inside that building was fucking hot, man. I had whole watch today. Almost all day I had whole watch as a confined space watch. So I got the monitor in there while they're in there fucking working in the confined space.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's up high, so it don't matter where you're at in the building, but I don't know, I guess fucking higher you go up, it's like the hotter, you know what I mean? Obviously, I guess, because the heat rises, but I did that almost all day. And then I had to jump down from that whole watch and go do my interview. That was like an hour and some change, maybe. I did the interview, and then I had to go do some driving and shit for him, but today fucking sucked, dude. Bad. Like I can't. I could do a watch where you roam, you know, like a roaming watch. I cannot do those watches like I can even do a fire watch like where you're roaming, but I cannot do a fire watch where you're just standing there looking up or doing confined space watch and just standing there. I start losing my fucking mind, man. I'm like, geez, and it's hot. I mean, hot, and I'm not doing nothing. And I'm looking at these dudes that are doing this work, and I'm like, these guys are out of their fucking minds. They're long sleeve. They're totally covered up. You know what I mean? Might as well be fucking firefighters inside of a confined space. Like, Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
I take it you wouldn't want to volunteer for submarine duty.
Bro, I'll go back to roofing. You know?
No comment on that roofing.
No, fuck no, I wouldn't want to be in a submarine. I wouldn't want to be in a confined space. I mean, some of the spaces are cool, you know, but I had to do one the day before last, and dude had to like crawl up into this like chute, and then he had a harness on, I guess, presumably, so you don't fall into this little skinny ass tube that you can't even figure how the fuck would he fall into anyways. But he was in this like you could maybe do a little half turn left and a half turn right with a harness, whole body with like maybe 4 to 5 feet above him of space, and he was down in this thing welding, and I was like, this guy's out of his fucking mind. Young dude too, probably making bank. I didn't ask him, but probably making bank, you know. It's just crazy. I've done some crazy shit for money. You know, but some stuff, dude, is just some of that stuff is just off limits.
I've done a little bit of crazy shit for money. Wasn't much money.
Well, I figure if you're gonna do some crazy shit, it better be for good money, you know. So that's
jumping out of a perfectly good airplane for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, that's true, right? I always figured it though, like if you know, I see some of the jobs like around my job, like the contractors and stuff, and I see some of the real shit work. I'm not talking about like E1 work. I'm talking about real shitty work, like you wouldn't wish on your enemy, but like that's their daily job. You know what I mean? Them guys are getting paid fucking big. They're getting paid good, you know, to eat that dick every day or whatever you want to call it. You know, like take that one on the chin for the day, I guess. Man.
Boy, I remember some crappy jobs in the shop, dude, like walking in and there'll be a 4 foot wide by 4 foot wide, about a foot deep, one of those metal containers, stackable pallets, you know, that are deep. and it be all the way full to the top with cut sheet metal pieces, and you got to deburr all 4 sides. Dude, I bet there's 20,000 of them in there. All you do all day long, sit there and sand in parts. You get done, you're covered with grinding rock and freaking dirt, and man, yeah, not a good day.
So this confined space that these guys went into, one of them that they went in today, they went in and there's like these filters. They're surrounded by like these, I don't know what the filters are made of, but when they're brand new, they're white. I assume there's some type of cotton or some type of material, you know? So when they're all used up, they're basically walking in a cavern of fucking stucco and fiberglass and hell on earth. It's like one of the craziest things I've ever seen, dude. And it's like one of the guys, I'm going to do his roof on Monday. One of those guys that walked into hell that I watched. One of the dudes is a Marine from fucking way back, like the 60s or 70s or some shit, way back. And but they get paid good. The one guy I'm going to do his roof on Monday. I'm going to go see how serious of the situation is if I need a hand. Otherwise, I'm going to bust it out by myself and make some extra dough.
Extra dough is always good.
Yeah. Feel good, though, that I kind of like know something, you know? We were in a down situation in the plant, and he was over there working or whatever. We were sitting there bullshitting. He said his, you know, I got my house, blah, 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 long story short. And I was like, fuck, I can knock that out. You know? Crazy how shit works.
I've done that shingle roof, but I'd way rather do a sheet metal roof than a shingle roof. I've cut shingles and.
No, he has a tile roof. He has a concrete tile roof.
Oh yeah, you screw them down with a screw gun or something.
No, we nail them down. They're pre-drilled. They have holes in them, so
right.
you just
I know the ones in Florida. They put them big old long. I guess they have to be hurricane proof. They put them big old long sinker screws in them and run them down. And that thing will be there in 1,000 years.
Yeah, we never done screws over here. They do those long ass nails though. There's some long ass nails they use. Well, I guess it depends on what part, but the ridge or whatever's fucked up on his. So like where the two parts of the roof meet up at the top. So I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna check it out. If I can swing it by myself, I'm gonna do it. If I need help, I got my foreman from my job I had before I came over. So win-win, you know.
Man, I hear you. You doing it all.
Fuck it, man. I'm really trying to make these moves to get the fuck out of here. Like I feel the pressure.
Grab that coin. You know,
here does, but I feel the pressure.
Dude, grab that coin all that you can. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna swing my thing up there, but I'm out of here, dude. It literally went. How you saw my shit? It went from a 2-year plan to a 1-year plan real quick. In fact, I saw the news. They were like, "Yeah, the Raiders might play at Sam Boyd next season. Probably not, but possibly." Okay, let me fucking move my shit up. You know what I mean? I'm out of here, bro. I'm done.
Wonder how many people they're projecting that brings into the city.
Well, I don't know how many it's going to bring in, but the justification on the rents is what. That's why I can't. I've been to New York. I've been to Chicago. I've been to all these places. I've been to LA. I've been to San Francisco. I've been to almost every fucking big city in metropolitan area, and I've paid that money and everything, and I'll never live like that. And now, like, officially, that's what Vegas is. They're doing away with the comp drinks, free parking's gone, cheap buffets are gone. I mean, everything that was Vegas is gone. It's corporate bullshit, you know? keep taxing all those tourists that keep coming in. See if they keep coming in. Tax them to death. See if they come back.
That's what everybody talking about. They're just going to raise taxes on everybody. Even Hammer and Laxalt. He ain't got no spinal taxes either. Everybody's got to have money for their pet projects, even though there isn't any.
What are you supposed to do with that, though? That's the question.
Do with what?
With all of it. I mean, there's no that. Like for me, this is my big problem. It'd be all right if there was at least some state accountability, but there's not, and there's not no county accountability. There's not no city account. There's nothing. There's go up the line of intangibles that matter. You know, integrity. You know, integrity in the city, integrity in the county, integrity in the state. There. I mean, there's nothing. There's like no positive attributes to, you know, any of these people, whether it be the city people claiming to be there for the people or the county people or the state. No, the feds ain't here for us, but I mean, these motherfuckers are making a fat ass paycheck still. They're still fucking collecting awesome benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for 10 round out there, but he's right in the middle of it.
Yeah, but 10 rounds, almost like how I am right now. Like I'm working harder. Like that motherfucker probably does the same thing. What do? You know, you have like two choices, like start robbing banks or work harder.
Hey, he's portable though, dude. I mean, he's got his living quarters bolted on top of his ride.
Yeah, but whatever his reasoning is, he ain't dipped yet. Because California,
who you talking about?
California's a lost cause.
Are you talking 10 round?
Yeah. He sent me a text the other day. I sent him a thing saying, "Hope you're doing well," and he's changed jobs now. He says he's doing locksmithing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see him get out of California one day. Maybe we'll see Glenn get out of California. See TPP get out of California. We'll see all these people get out of the fuck. I mean, because whether we like it or not, I mean, the ground has moved past California, Oregon, and Washington. It's bleeding over to the states. You know, they're touching.
What about old Jay Watch? I forgot about old Jay Watch.
Right.
I think he's probably fruity enough. He fit right in with them, dude. He don't have to go nowhere. He'll blend right in. He'll be camouflaged right in the middle of all of them.
Well, San Diego's shit, man. I remember going. That's where I went for MEPS, and San Diego was like a slave state when I went down there in fucking 2001. I think they even had like independent fucked up laws of California's fucked up laws.
I've been to L.A. and Anaheim and Hollywood and a couple places like that. I never did go to San Diego or.
San Diego's beautiful, dude. San Diego's like fucking awesome. But it's like full of communists and everything else sucks. But the weather is like, if you could wish for like heaven on earth, it'd probably be San Diego, dude. You can go there anytime, and San Diego is just like.
Yep, 365 days a year working weather.
It's just beautiful, man. And then sometimes in the morning when you're lucky, you got that fog that rolls in, and it's even better. It's like crazy, dude. San Diego is fucking awesome. I always get these like weird feelings about San Diego because I've fucking been down there a lot. And I got stuck down there for like a week when September 11th happened. So. But yeah, fuck yeah, dude. San Diego is awesome. But when you're from the desert, I think you're easily amused, you know?
Any weather's better than hot weather.
Well, when you see green, it's like you see green. You know, you see. Holy shit!
I'm sure HD give you a first-hand account of that because he can't. I think he's green.
Bro, San Diego is green. I mean, California is green, but San Diego is fucking green, dude.
San Diego ain't nothing compared to Alabama.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, nothing on the West Coast is well. I guess Washington State, you get green up there, but yeah, well, Northern California.
Hey, Utah.
It's not that green.
Little middle part, fuck, man. You've been looking at that forest I've been playing around in.
That's nothing green wise, comparatively speaking.
Man, I've been fucking thought I was in a different planet. I've been fucking playing around in that forest this year. We don't even have forests in Nevada. Well, we got forests like way up north. We might have one near Tonopah. I heard one time story from a guy.
You had what?
Forest in near Tonopah.
Yeah.
I think it's that Toyobe or whatever, Humboldt Forest or whatever near.
The Toyobe Humboldt is like half the state. It's all broken up in different places.
Well,
like every ridgeline is part of the Toyobe Humboldt Forest.
The one that's near Tonopah, so I think, is supposed to be forest. I've never been there. I've been to Tonopah.
Well, it's all natural forest, national forest. It's all, but it's like every ridgeline, every mountain range we got is part of it.
Like the Spring Valley. Spring Valley's like Mount Charleston and all that, right?
Oh yeah, that's part of. It's all. I think it's not the Toyobe Humboldt's all everything north of Tonopah. I think. Like, I don't know what they call it down there. It's something different.
Well, all I know is I got one straight A student in the family, and he just got another all access pass for this fall and this summer. State parks, all access Nevada for free. Camping, all of it. I'm like, yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah. He had one last year too. Fucking we didn't pay a dime. Even when we went over, I want to say we went to Arizona or Utah, one or the other, and they acknowledged it there too. Fucking badass. Like, there's like a big drive out here to get the kids to go out. Like, it even says on the little card, like camping, fishing. It says all the activities, hiking. Like, there's a big push to get the kids out here fucking out in the nature and shit, even with their commie bullshit, you know?
They need to do that. Amen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's the national parks or the state parks pushing that shit, though, I think. I think that's who's doing it.
When I was a very young man, I'm going to say I was 8 and 9 years old. I went to a summer conservation camp put on by the Kentucky Department of Natural Resources. And it was a week. I went 2 summers. I think it was a week long each summer. But they taught you all kind of basic stuff, basic archery. They taught you how to get in a canoe and paddle a canoe. They even let you walk around and shoot single shot 22 rifles. And first aid, basic first aid, and they had a little chow line and everything. Now stuff like that right there, that's great for kids. I'd never been around an outboard motor at 8 years old. I didn't know anything about an outboard motor. When I came home, I could crank and run an outboard motor on a boat. So that's great that kids get that knowledge, whether they ever use it or not. They might use it somewhere else,
Yeah. Well, plus you don't know what you want to do in life,
No, and that gives you a little, but it's great for them to do that. Gives you a bunch of different.
Bro, it's so, I'm telling you, I don't think you understand the subtleties, you know, like here in the city, say we're all outside, whatever, some kids go by you, they're more likely to flip you off, tell you to go fuck yourself than anything, right? We're up there, we spent the whole fucking summer up either in Eastern Nevada. That's what we're officially calling it, HD. That's what they call it, I guess. We're going with Eastern Nevada. I said Central, but whatever. So up in Eastern Nevada, and then all over we were all over Utah this year. But dude, we're out, you know, having a good time and everything, and the kids roll by, right? The kids roll by on their bikes, especially we were just up last weekend, and everything as far as getting to your campsite was paved. So the kids fucking ride by on their bikes, total fucking strangers, waving, hey, fucking smiling and shit, you know? Like, for us here in the city, that shit's foreign, man. You know, nobody says hi, especially the fucking kids. And it's like, it's just, it's weird, you know? And then you're like, fuck, I wish my kids, you know, were so fucking happy, you know what I mean, pedaling around fucking, hey, how's it going? Top of the morning to you, you know what I mean?
Top of the morning.
Yeah, I mean, the fucking people up there, their moms and dads, the kids, everybody fucking just, it's just night and day, dude. When you leave the city and go outside the city, it's just crazy that so many people are so fucking nice, and that the media and all these other assholes hate all those people so bad, and then they want us to hate them too and align with them because we live in the cities and we should just adopt like communist policies. It's just weird, man. These people that live outside of this bullshit, they're fucking awesome, you know? I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's just, for me, it gives me something to look at like, fuck yeah, I hope, I pray on everything I got that I'm going to be there.
Hey, that's the way it is here. You go check your mailbox, and 90% of the people go by you while you're checking your mail wave at you.
I want to be self-sustaining. I don't want to be bothered. I want to have enough fucking range on my shit. I can shoot my guns on my property. You know, I don't want to fucking bother nobody, and I don't want to be bothered. You know, I want to fucking homeschool my kids and give a middle finger to all this other commie bullshit. Because I mean, to me, I always ask myself, is it a crime to not participate in this shit show?
It depends on who you ask, right? Some of them think it is.
I mean, do I have to be a resistor to the resistors? I say no, but am I going to get penalized for not participating in this shit show? Because I don't want no part of it. I just want to be left the fuck alone. Yeah. All my kids to be left alone.
We get penalized for not participating, yeah.
Amen to that.
It's just bullshit, man. My daughter's birthday is a week after mine, so it's just last week, and she just turned 8, and I'm like, dude, that's like my whole world, you know what I mean? That's literally, as much as it's whatever, sad to say, or however people want to put it, because you can't have no favorites or nothing, right? There's no kids here right now, so there's no hard feeling. Right. I'm not saying favorites, but that's my daughter. That's my daughter. That's my baby. That's the only reason I'm not a fucking like loser retard anymore. You know, that's the only reason I'm not a leftist. That's like probably the official mark of my leftist leanings when I had a daughter. You know, shit changed when I had a daughter. I don't know. She had her birthday, dude, and it was rough for me. I was like, damn, like, she's growing up and shit, and I haven't like sheltered her or nothing like that, but I've allowed her and helped her and told her like fucking have fun, be a kid. Don't worry about hurrying up trying to grow up and all that shit, what everybody else is doing, you know, just like be a kid, you know, but not shelter her. She knows about commies, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, it was crazy, dude. She turned 8 and I'm like, fuck, like shit's crazy. I guess, I don't know. You always want your little girl to stay a little girl. You want your boys to grow up and be men, you know? It's crazy. It's a crazy situation.
It almost makes sense.
Our birthday's a week apart too, so it's kind of funny.
Boy, I remember when mine little one was 8. Holy cow. It's fun. That's good times. They learning, but you got to be careful with them and watch them, make sure they don't get led astray or.
Well, it's easy. I mean, I think it's easy. Like you just got to be there. That's all that's all like she ever asks, you know. She don't like even ask for that much. She don't ask for gifts. She don't ask for shit. When we go to the store, she might ask for like, can she get a candy or something? Just like, you know what I mean? The regular shit kids ask for, but she don't ask for nothing, even for her birthday. You know, I gave her money. She put it in the bank, you know? Like, she don't ask for nothing. The only thing she asks for is that, like, I got to do shit, you know? Like, she likes to play board games. And I'm like, fucking.
Time. She needs that time.
I fucking hate board games, bro. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Oh, snap. Look who just chopped out Glocker Bob's out in the side chat. What's up, Bob? I haven't seen him in forever.
Jump in, Bob.
Yeah, I don't know if he's on my. I'm pretty sure I didn't include him in the. I could. Is he on the G Plus?
Shit, he could get a hot one. I bet you he fucking pops up. Where? Hold on.
I haven't.
Oh, I can't sound it from here.
Yeah, we're supposed to do the Jeep thing tomorrow. I guess I'm gonna try to make some video tomorrow. Them guys in Crawler said they're gonna run the property line. We're gonna go down the property line, clear a road, and after the other day, dude, as big a trees as they're knocking down, pushing over. If you think you can do it, let's do it.
Yeah, Bob, I sent you a link on the G Plus if you can get over there and get it. You want to jump in? Since you're like the only one here talking to us, everybody else is lurking. The NSA and FBI are out there lurking on us.
Oh, they went 2 trigger words.
Well, who else do you think's watching this? I mean, do you really think anybody else?
It's fucking weird, right?
And they don't 3 out there not commenting. You think that's anybody but a 3-letter agency?
Exactly.
Might be 4-letter, might be JWATT.
Man, I haven't seen a comment from Jay Watt in forever. What are you talking about?
Dude, if I'm in there, he will not comment. He told Dave Sardi I was DIA or ISB or ABC. I don't know what he told Sardi. Sardi was laughing about it. I thought that was funny.
Well, it's no different than the people watching. So what if you are? Good entertainment.
I was flattered.
Hey, can you put Trijicon night sights on the 1911?
Mm-hmm.
What about Smith and Wesson?
If you get them, get the tall ones. Get the suppressor sights.
What about Smith and Wesson 357 Magnum?
Oh, I'm sure they make Trijicon sights for everything out there.
What about for a Remington 870?
Oh yeah,
all the ones for the Remington 870. They're ghost ring ones or whatever. I don't really care for that. I kind of want something traditional. Well, they got that big old front sight, actually. I like Trijicon shit, man.
I looked for a while for a scope deal to mount on one of my shotguns, and I was going to put a weirdo. It's not an aim point, it's an EOTech, but it's not really made for a rifle. It's made for it's got a kind of like a 40 millimeter aperture. It's got wings inside of it. I think it's actually supposed to go on a launcher, some kind of a launcher. But I was gonna mount it, but I started to doctor one of mine up, and every time I do, I just don't even.
Well, for me, them fucking iron sights, man. Dude, I'm in love with them. I've had the one for a couple years on the EDC, but then I got the taller, those big sights or whatever they call themselves, or the XDs or whatever the fuck they call them, the bigger Triticon. And dude, on a bigger framed weapon, I got it on the 21. Oh, dude, it's like Jesus came down here and molded it on there. It's great. It's awesome. Yeah, I miss the gear chats for sure.
I don't have any high speed low drag shotguns. The only really thing would be a home defense shotgun I'd have. It'd be like I've got an old high standard Model 20. It was a JC Higgins Model 200, but it's same thing as a high standard Model 20. It's 6-shot.
I want that police setup, that Remington A70 police setup with the little corn cob fucking what is it, the foreign on it, or the foregrip on it, or whatever. What the fuck they call it on the shotgun? The foregrip.
All my other shotguns is old long barrel shotguns though.
Oh, dude, if it comes with the 28-inch, you know, because that's what you have to have for hunting, right? 28-inch.
26, 28.
Yeah. So if it comes with the 28, I'll keep it. Obviously, I'll be good to go, but I'll buy the.
That's an anti-drone deal right there. 28-inch barrel with high brass express. That high velocity shot, yeah.
If I get it in the shorter barrel, I'll go pick up the proper barrel. I'll definitely have 2 barrels. I always had 2 for my Mossberg. I had the when I was at home, and then fucking when I go out, I fucking slap that long one on there.
I've looked at barrels. I've looked at 870 barrels, and I've looked at Mossberg 835 barrels. Man, those. The Ultimag barrels, they're high. That's my drone gun. I got a 835 3.5-inch Ultimag.
Got
it for a deal.
Barrels on sale.
What kind of choke do you get on it?
It's got that screw-in chokes. I think it's got right now I think it's got the intermediate.
They got a lot of barrels on Arms List. They got a lot of barrels, like shotgun barrels.
Yeah, I want a 21-inch, and I don't want a rifle. I want a 21-inch for that Ultimag. But my God, they want $200 for that barrel. I don't want to put another $200 in it.
Yeah.
It's got it ain't got any kind of special sights on it. It's got those fiber optic sights, and they do pretty good. But dude, I don't want somebody to say, well, you cut it off, it's a bent rib, and I don't want to screw it up, you know.
And someone's got a 45 long Colt revolver, bro. I want it. Sold. Never mind. Ooh, Birdie. Never heard of her. I'd love to get something that shoots 45 long Colt. Every time I go to fucking Walmart, there's 45 long Colt, and it's all stocked up. It's like nobody's buying it.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah.
Do you have 22 down there?
No. But I went to Colorado. I told you I went to Colorado over the summer, and they had fucking tons. They even had the bucket O bullets, that hard, rare to find one out here anyways.
Right.
Yeah, people don't understand. It's weird. It's like 22 still isn't all that prevalent. I mean, it's around, but it's not like it used to be.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, you pretty much can never just roll up to Walmart. You can go to the gun store, and they'll have some. It's not gonna be cheap, but as far as like going to Walmart and getting it like you used to, I mean, if it's there, you can still get it for a decent price, but it's never there.
Dude, I went in Academy day before yesterday. They got every kind of 22 bullets you want to buy. I couldn't believe it. They got every kind of CCI round they make. I guess some of them there. I don't even. They had everything from stingers to the CB caps. Rat shots had. I bought 300 rounds, 3 boxes of the 22 subsonic, 1,075 feet a second, something like that. And a box of the little CCI quiet. There's 700 something feet per second. Heck yeah. Dude, them's quiet. 22 there. You don't hear that crack coming off that bullet. Not that I do anything but buy them, and they just, yeah. Not that you want to.
Yeah. Right.
When somebody tells you your action's too loud, you know you're doing something right.
Well, all right, fellas, you ready to hang it up for the night?
Yeah,
I think we beat it up.
What's that?
I'm looking at guns.
You still got that same shotgun you had, Tony?
No, I'm trying to buy one. I saw
I thought you had a pump. You traded off.
Oh yeah, I sold that thing a long time ago. I sold that one. I got like divorced, I think. No, I got another one after that. I got rid of it. I was having some problems with it. And I took it to the gunsmith, and he said it was good. And I'm still having the same fucking problem with it, and I got rid of it. Leave it up to somebody else. It was a Mossberg, actually. It was an older model, though. I think it was a Mossberg 5. Yeah, it was a Mossberg 500, but it was an older model. And feeding, like, you could shoot it, and then you'd try to go feed, and it would. I don't know what the fuck the deal was. I ain't got time for it, though. But shout out to everybody who came out. Shout out to HC. Thanks for the link. I was at Outback when he hit me up. I'm glad he was still on when I got back. Because I really have shit to do, and it's good to hang with the guys. So, thanks.
All right, Saints, you got any last parting words?
Thanks for the invite. I enjoyed it. I think it's been good, and I hope, like I say every time, I hope I added to the conversation, not detracted from it. Don't eat your preps up. Don't shoot your ammo up.
Right. Always good sound advice. You never know when the Antifa is going to come around your neighborhood. And get a shotgun, right, Saints?
Heck yeah, get 2 of them. You have to, just like HD, you got to get 1 each flavor. That way, when people argue about you, say, well, let's see.
What about diversity? Don't we support diversity around here?
That's right.
Yeah, that's about as diverse as I get, right?
Now, I don't have no fancy automatic shotguns, but I have the pumps. Yeah, okay, pump. Yeah, that's a 4-man stool. Everybody works.
Who can afford an automatic? I mean, they're too pricey.
Boy, you lying.
Yes, thanks for coming in, fellas. Thanks for everybody checking us out. It looks like Glocker Bob checked in with us. You can do it. Check back in. Well, we're still at it. What are you doing still up? You can do it. I mean, damn, Craig. You're on East Coast time, and you're checking in at 4 a.m. Mule Team was on the panel for a little bit. Good to see him. Jet 01 hung in there for a while. I'm sure we got some other 3-letter agencies hanging in here. But thanks everybody for checking in and chatting in the side room. looked pretty good for most of the chat.
Hopefully, we didn't bore people too much with the Senate talk and all the hearings and stuff, but it was good to discuss nonetheless.
Yeah, I'm glad I got the rant.
Yeah. So everybody have a good weekend. If we don't see you before the end of it, we will see you out there and about. All right. Have a good one. Live free.